we're running late and I hadn't done the intro.
Yeah, but that's Ben's problem.
Oh, is it? Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy this episode of Hack the Dino. Hello everyone, it's us, the Dino people are here for you in your time of need. That's right, I'm Ben Rosenthal, one of your co-hosts of this very show, Hack the Dino, where we discuss video games from the past, the present, the future, and all the time periods in between. One of my co-hosts is sitting right beside me. His name is Floppy. Floppy, say hello.
Hello, Floppy.
Oh, God.
I heard you like that joke.
No. Anyway, Floppy's Xbox's biggest fan.
It's true.
It is true. He's also a gaming anthropologist. And we have someone else sitting with us as well. But not with us, but, you know, with us in our heart and also just in the next room. It's our very own Millennial Falcon, Braden Dixon.
I'm feeling a little flat today.
How long did it take you to think of that one?
About 4 seconds before I hit the button.
Brilliant. I love it. For the podcast listeners, Braden's a cute little animated person right now.
And by animated, you mean a still picture.
It's still PNG. It's a PNG that
He's
Dan
from Papua
drew.
New Guinea. That's right. Braden is from there now. Anyway, we've got a show for you planned that will go flawlessly, if this intro is anything to go by.
Sort of planned.
But before that, a little bit about our socials. You can check out all the hard work that our social media wizard... what is his name? Anto! I was trying to make a joke. Anto, you're not here. Why isn't Anto here in the chat?
That's a good idea.
Fine.
I mean, a good...
Oh, it is.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's Anto.
Oh my God.
Hey, Anto is in the chat.
Good
Our
timing.
social media wizard.
We're about to say our ex-social media wizard.
So you can head over to hackthedino.com where all of our links are. You can even be watching this live on hackthedino.com. That's right, it has that ability now. But also has the links to our YouTube, which is at youtube.com/hackthedino, all our Instagrams, all our Facebooks, and everything else Hack the Dino related, hackthedino.com. But we've got some things to discuss, and paramount amongst them is what you've been playing, Floppy.
Ooh, I've been playing something different.
Really?
Yeah, different to what I was playing last time.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Spare Time.
No, just stop playing the big games. I picked up Little Nightmares, something that I picked up at launch. I picked up a collector's edition at launch. A collector's edition at launch. I was streaming it the other night thank you to the guys that were in the
I like
the stream.
the lighting motif you got there. It's very candlelight and...
No, I just had the kitchen light on and not the lounge one.
Quite spooky.
A little bit spooky. Well, you know, it fit the atmosphere. I've been playing Little Nightmares. There you go. It's a little... I want to call it 2D, but it's like a 2.5...
2.5D!
I knew you loved 2.5D. Incredibly atmospheric, very creepy little platformer. As someone in the... Yeah, Anto was saying at the time, getting Coraline vibes. It's very, very cool. It's very, very minimalistic in the fact that there is no tutorial. There's not much to do. You figure it out as you go along. It's only a short game. I think I finished it the other day in probably about 4 hours. But I loved it, and I'm going to go back and get collectibles and unlock some extra DLC.
So this is on PS5?
I was playing this on PS5, yes. You can also get it on Switch and Xbox and PC and everything.
Is this going to be something you think you'll platinum?
I don't know if I'll platinum, because I'm pretty sure one of the trophies is to do it in under an hour, and no. I believe the fastest speedrun of this was 41 minutes.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good.
But it's very, very cool. The artistic sort of style that they've jumped on this is awesome. I love it. They went for quality over quantity, and it shows, and it's paid off, man. It's so good.
And what did you think of the little monster? Who do you think the little monster is, or the little nightmare is? Six? Which is the young character we can see on the screen?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we refer to her as her, but she's never given a gender.
That's
I guess.
true, actually. We should not cast aspersions.
But yeah, Six is the name of the character. I don't really know where Six has come from, without revealing too much of the story, because the story is there to you uncover it as you play along visually and audibly. It doesn't actually spell it out for you. You kind of have to make it up for yourself as you go along with the things that are happening in the game. There's no voiceovers, there's no narration, there's no nothing like that. It's just from what you pick up from wandering around and looking at stuff.
What was the creepiest part? Let's go
Oh,
with that.
dude, the guests.
The guests?
Yeah, so there are 4 main, I guess you'd call them bosses. Mm-hmm. There's
chef?
the janitor, the twin cooks,
Yep.
the guests, and the lady.
Yep.
And that happens over 5 levels, I guess you would call them. But yes, the guests are by far the creepiest.
When they're just crawling after you.
grotesque and just, quite scary.
Spoiler alert, they eat children. Yep.
I wasn't going to say it, but yeah.
Yeah, well,
They
a
are
little bit.
obsessed. They are on this place called the Moor, which is like almost like a floating iceberg type.
It's a floating
creation.
island, a boat island.
Yeah. That's the jailer, man. That's so terrifying. I got caught. And it gets filled with people that like to eat meat.
Children meat. The best kind of meat.
Like processed
I've
children
heard.
meat.
So when you think you're going to go back and try and get some trophies
On
on stream, or
I am gonna. So I didn't finish it on stream, but I will probably go back and finish it on stream. I think.
Yep.
Yeah, because it was really good, and it's. And now that I've finished it myself, I could probably breeze through a bit quicker.
Yep.
Because it's not terribly complicated. There's a little bit of timing involved, little tiny bit of puzzle solving, but nothing too
a little bit of
strenuous.
stealth.
A little bit of stealth. Yeah, I wouldn't call it a stealth game. It's a be careful game.
Right. So
Like
Metal Gear
staring
Solid.
that guy right in the eye just now.
Yeah, he's blind. He's the janitor.
I
Janitor?
assumed
Jailer?
that he
Janitor?
could see. Oops.
But he's got bandages over his eyes and incredibly long arms.
Yeah, I was finding that incredibly disturbing watching this.
Oh, and you should hear it with the sounds that go on as well. It's just they've done such a great job with the feeling of the game.
Yuck.
Yeah, he'd be really good going into a butcher store
Funny that.
because like if it was a really high intense situation with these long arms, the stakes wouldn't be too high. Yeah, well, you can do your dad joke. I'm going to throw some in there as
My
well.
dad joke wasn't 5 minutes long.
You know what else isn't 5 minutes long? The new DLC for Pokemon Snap.
Oh, oof.
No, I played it a bit because I knew the DLC was coming out last week, I think. Haven't actually finished this game yet. Whoops. There's a lot there. I didn't actually get to play any of the DLC. But from all intents and purposes, I don't even know if that was a saying. I think I messed that up. I was reading at the same time.
It's for all
Doesn't matter.
intents and purposes.
What did I say? For all the tents and purposes?
That's
All the
a
tents
camping
and
For
related.
all the tents, everyone!
It's a camping related phrase.
So yeah, you go into that tree, you become little small person, and you go cruising around on the back of some Pokemon to take some photos. And then there's 2 extra ones. And basically, Pokemon Snap being a puzzle game is just really fun. I've purposely not read any spoilers on how to access certain Pokemon or anything like that. And yeah, just still a really fun game. I still highly recommend everyone play it. Did you pick this up, Floppy?
I did. I didn't play much of it because I was not in the mood for it at the time.
Right.
But I've got it sitting at home. Did you say it was a puzzle game?
It's basically a puzzle game.
I thought it was like
It's a photography game, but
yeah,
you
on
have
rails,
to,
right?
Yeah, you're on rails. But like the levels change, you level up, and as you level up, the Pokemon do slightly different things in the area. And then you've got a day cycle and a night cycle, where different Pokemon come in, and you have to do things like throw apples to get Pokemon to come out of the bushes in order to eat them.
Yeah, okay.
You have to throw some luminous balls at crystals to make everything glow, which opens up other pathways. You can go alternate pathways, which other Pokemon come out. You play a pipe to make other Pokemon wake up and do a dance, or yeah, and then you get different scores for the different pictures that you take.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I got that much.
you got
I
one
never
star.
needed to see a Torterra from that angle.
Oh yeah, you did.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, just a really cool, fun game. Having not finished it yet, there's a lot more exploring for me to do, and I just really love it. I think it's great. Great game, great successor to the original version. Game Boy Dad in the chat has said it's like Time Crisis. It's
Like an on-rail shooter.
kind of not. I guess you're shooting.
Do you revisit all the areas?
Yes. Yeah, you can revisit them whenever you want.
So it's a Pokemon Souls like.
Yeah.
Souls-like.
Yeah, it's definitely a Souls-like, I would say. 100%. Another game I've been playing, no surprise, is ever since you, Anto, and I started playing Fortnite doubles and trios just in our spare time and just
fun.
grinding, I've become obsessed with it again, like more so.
You have, dude.
I'm currently on level 166.
Madman.
I have not played it as much as I've been playing it the past month. The new season's cool. It's fun. But, I managed to go to the Rift Tour concert.
Oh, was that the Ariana?
Yeah, the Ariana Grande one. This isn't it. This is PlayStation Grenade. That's where I get a lot of my Fortnite lore and info
So
from.
was it actually just a concert that you could just hang out and
It was a
watch
live
concert?
event. So we're seeing it here. Basically, how they tied it into the storyline is that the aliens that are invading kidnapped everyone. And what they're going through here, we can see the swirling pipe and memories popping up, is them scanning our memories in order to understand the island better. But it was just an excuse to have some cool little mini games. So the bit after this, there's music playing in the background.
Yeah.
And you go into like a City Surfer type wave race type game, mini game.
Okay.
And you're playing this live, and there's like a soundtrack playing over the top.
That's
you,
awesome.
You collect these speed orbs and everything. It doesn't mean anything, doesn't do anything. But then if you go to the next scene, Braden, if you can skip forward a little bit, Wolf Mother kicks in.
What?
Yeah.
Wolf Mother?
Oh, not this one here. Skip forward.
I was
We're
gonna...
just seeing
Wolf Mother?
Yeah, this
And
one.
which
the plane.
famous band did they rip off this time?
What?
Van Halen.
Oh, might as well
Wolf
pump.
Mother?
Yeah. So it fades out to black here.
Did they
a
spend too
plane
much
comes in.
money on Ariana Grande? They had to go with Wolf Mother.
And then we've got a flying scene here where the Storm King makes his return. He was here last year for the October Halloween special that they always do every year.
And you stole a ship from Crimson Skies.
Yeah, and you're basically just doing a shmup against the Storm King. And Wolf Mother's playing here. I forget which song it is, but...
Wait, I need to hear this. Oh my god.
Yeah. And then from there, you go straight into the Ariana Grande concert. And
why?
just like they have done with previous concepts, they just completely mess with your idea of reality. So this is Ariana Grande now arriving. She touches down on the planet, and she's a big Ariana Grande, which I think she's in the real world is like 5'1" or something.
She's tiny.
She's a little.
5'1" so little.
But if you skip towards the end, Braden, there's almost an MC Escher type. So this whole time she's singing.
God,
her
this
songs.
looks like such a trip.
It is. So there she is swinging in the background, which I think is a callback to one of her clips. But go even further, Braden.
Having like mad 90s
And she's
flashbacks.
walking up a staircase. And as she walks up these staircases, you take
God.
these warp tunnels and go to a different area, and you're at a different angle. And this giant Ariana Grande
Escher.
is just walking
Okay.
up. Yeah.
This is terrifying.
Yeah, but it was really cool. So you're interacting throughout this whole thing. And, you can jump off the edge and it just spawns you back so you don't miss out.
Strange.
Then she gets a hammer and smashes it through the glass roof, which is, again, another callback to one of her music videos. Anyway, it was really well put together, and apparently it has reinvigorated Fortnite for a lot of people. Like, they've suddenly got people back playing because they've all become obsessed with it.
I
And
feel
it
like
also-
she's about to reveal that she's Gozer.
For all you young people, that was from Ghostbusters.
I got that one.
Oh, good.
Braden's been doing his homework.
Yeah, so it was just a really successful, really cool. I'm an old man. I don't particularly like pop music by the young peoples, but this was fun. It was great to be a part of. And I'm looking forward to the next event. Just while we're talking about Fortnite, there isn't enough here to include it in the news, but I just wanted to bring up two quick things. Firstly, do you remember a while ago they had a rumor that Peter Griffin was coming to Fortnite?
No.
God.
I read just before that was the Fortnite dev team putting stuff in for the data miners to troll them.
Ah,
That's
It was
so
never
cool.
going to happen.
that's cool.
They did it to troll them all.
Screw you, data miners, sucked in.
That's
Just
like
be
when,
surprised.
that's like when studios give different people different information so you can find where the leak came from.
Yep.
Oh,
yep.
that's good.
And also, data miners have found that there is going to be an open world RPG addition to Fortnite.
Or
So I
have
knew-
they?
Well, there's been actual footage and it's been rumored for a while. So it'll be like Save the World is like a separate game. Then you got Battle Royale. And then this will be another separate game where it's a massive, I think the map's 8 times bigger than what it is. And it ties into the storyline that'll be at the end of this chapter or this season, where you play Jonesy and you go out in an open world RPG with a team of 3 other people and explore the island and do quests, and you can boost up and make your Jonesy however you want it to, and obviously buy costumes and everything. But it's them just again trying something else, something different, which is what I love about Fortnite. They're always trying something different.
Have you ever played the Save the World mode?
No, I haven't.
Me neither. If anyone in the chat's played it, tell me if it's worthwhile trying.
Well, I mean, you can get it now. Like they have packs where you can buy a costume and get V-Bucks, and they throw it in now because it's pretty much it'll go free to play soon.
People don't even realize it's a thing now.
Yeah, but it is basically a tower defense game.
Oh, okay.
So that's really cool.
Cool.
Anyway, Braden, what have you been doing lately?
I've been playing I still moved and emoted with my face, even though no one can see it. Like,
It's the thought that counts. We can hear no expression.
did a big move, and then I was like, oh, that was useless. I have played absolutely 0 video games. Uni's back, work's been crazy, and I'm house sitting at my grandparents' house, so I don't have any consoles.
Wow. Do you even have the internet?
I do thankfully have the internet, which is nice.
And a really big stock pot on the oven.
Oh yeah, I've cooked
Grandma's
up so many nice meals.
Do you have a wireless?
But we got the wireless. But yeah, it's been fun for me. I wanted to play more Avengers before this Black Panther thing comes out, but
Do you have crippling scurvy?
yeah, I don't have enough vitamin C. But yeah, that's literally my entire existence has been uni work and work and work and work. Free comic book day tomorrow. Come to Greenlight.
Oh, it is too.
Oh,
smokes.
is that tomorrow?
Yeah, did you guys?
Braden, we have to talk. I need
Yeah, I was
you
gonna
to
say, you guys
put some stuff aside for me.
It's fine.
I just like free stuff.
This floppy's just out for anything.
Yeah.
Speaking of being out for anything, Nintendo will just put anything on their system, including good indie games, which is what we got a glimpse at during the week when Nintendo held an Indie World, or Nindies. They had showed 19 games, and I thought I'd pick out some of the standouts to have a wee bit of a chat about. Now, I'm under the impression that neither of my co-hosts have done their job and actually watched the Direct.
I'd
None of
like to
these.
be surprised here, so I did it on purpose.
Yep. And Braden, what's your pathetic excuse?
I
Don't use mine.
damn it! I just said I had.
You
the
don't have
internet
the
at home.
wireless at your grandparents' house.
I was gonna say I didn't hear it over the AM radio. They didn't
Too
do-
busy yelling at the
They
talkback
didn't do a
radio.
broadcast.
All right, so first one, straight off the old proverbial bat, was Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. It is a jet set radio-inspired action game overflowing with style and funky beats. If jetpacks weren't enough for you, apparently, there are skateboards too. It's coming to Switch and Steam in 2022 by Team Reptile, and it is a timed console exclusive.
That looks awesome.
It looks pretty rad. I grabbed this because I thought it might be up Braden's alley.
I was gonna say that looks cool as hell. That looks so much fun.
So it's basically a skating gang war. And
Hell yeah.
You claim territory by putting up graffiti. And
Hell
you
yeah.
traverse by going on jetpacks and skateboards.
That's amazing. It's like the Tony Hawk one where you had to trick over things to do the biggest trick to claim a I've just forgotten English.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's fun.
Good. I understand what you're talking about.
Cool.
This does look fun.
It does look very, very fun. I like the artistry. Yeah, that one. Really, really cool. Looking forward to that one. This next one is probably my pick of the whole kit caboodle thing that happened. Toem, a photographic adventure where you travel around a top-down world and pull up your camera to get a new perspective on things.
One second, I'm just finding the footage because the link you put in was the same one for the last one.
Good. Glad that I did that.
That's
So yeah, no surprises. It's a puzzle game where you take photos in order to solve NPCs' requests and mysteries. But it looks
This
super
one.
fun. Yeah.
Oh my god, yes, this one looks adorable.
Have you seen some of this one, Brad?
Yeah, I think they showed it off possibly at the Wholesome Games, whatever it was.
Yes.
I think it might have been in that.
Yep.
But I love everything it's serving. It's awesome.
What was really funny, it was by the dev team called Something We Made. And I believe they're Icelandic or something.
Ooh.
So they had an interview with them and they spoke in their native tongue and with subtitles. Then I found another video from one of the events where they announced it. And they had the same two devs talking about it, but they're in their studio. They speak perfect English.
That's cool.
Perfect. Like, even without an accent. I thought, what's going on here?
That's awesome.
Part of me thinks that maybe Nintendo were just sort of wanting to show the worldliness of
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
every dev here
Multiculturalism.
came from a different country, and I think that was a really nice touch.
Yeah, that's great.
Like
and
just,
I'm
just
sure-
showing.
I'm sure they appreciate being able to speak in their home tongue.
Yeah, Finnish. There we go. Thank you, Triple Indy. Triple Indy said Captain Toad meets Pokemon Snap, and he's also said that they are Finnish from Finland. Finland, Finland, Finland. A place where I want... None of Monty Python fans? No? Okay. Moving on. Loop Hero, a unique world-building roguelike which became an instant favourite when it arrived on PC, is now set to debut on Switch in time for holidays 2021. This looks really, really cool. It's by Devolve Digital. Craft adventures for the hero to explore. It's a strategy game. I thought this looked really, really cool. What do you think, Floppy?
It looks like the kind of thing that I dig. Like, I really like that sort of retro style vibe and stuff like that. What kind of gameplay is it?
So basically, you get these cards that create paths. It's like, and you create the dungeon.
So it's like a tile laying game.
Yeah, basically.
But in video game form.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm down
and
with
so
that.
all the fights, I believe, I don't know. I assume that the fights are automatic. And yeah, you just place the tiles and try and get them in and around the.
Yeah, I'd definitely give that a
I
crack.
believe you're on the money with that. That sounds right. I have heard very good things about this game. One of the podcasts that I listened to, the Besties, they couldn't stop talking about it for an entire episode at one point when they were meant to be talking about a different game. So that's how good it is, apparently.
And so it's out on PC now, but it will be out the end of 2021. The next game I was taken with, all I've written in the notes here is Braden game. So Braden hasn't seen this yet. We'll see how well I know our co-host.
Okay, well, from the initial art style of this screen, I'm interested.
Okay, so as you hit play, I'll just read out what it is. Garden Story is a cute action-adventure game about exploring dungeons, helping villagers, and doing all of it as a grape with a sword.
Sorry,
Oh my
did you
god,
use
look at
two?
them. Look at all of them. Oh my god, they're so cute.
It is out on Switch today and is a timed Switch exclusive. So these are the cutscenes. Here's the gameplay. There you go, Braden. This is what I just thought
Oh
this
my God.
screamed you.
Yeah, that looks adorable.
I actually think I might get this for Parker.
Cute.
I get Stardew Valley vibes.
It's
Yeah.
like Stardew meets Pokemon meets Zelda meets just sort of Animal Crossing-y vibe.
Yep. I'm really tempted to play it now.
How
frog?
cute.
Yeah. Little grape.
Is that a beetroot?
The designs are adorable.
What a lovely game.
That is wholesome as hell.
And the next game's also very wholesome. Little game that Floppy had a look at as well. It's called Boyfriend Dungeon.
Can't wait for this. I love
Sorry,
Lake and
what?
Sweet.
Boyfriend Dungeon. Have you heard of this, Braden?
No?
Okay, so basically, one line pitch. You're in a dungeon crawler.
Oh my god, it's The Bachelor.
You date. You take your sword on dates.
Oh my
You
god.
date your sword. You date your weapons. They
my
turn into
God.
hunky-looking people, and you take them on dates. And as you take them on dates and get all flirty and closer with them, the sword levels up, and then you go on another dungeon. It's a dungeon crawler dating sim.
So
If there's one thing I love, it's making sweet, sweet love to inanimate objects that I eviscerate people with.
So basically, someone saw a comment on a gameplay of Hades saying, "God, I just wish you could date them," and they went,
okay.
they misconstrued it entirely.
Yep.
Oh bless, this looks hilarious.
Man, look at them.
That
The
Date a
pocket
cat.
brass
you should not be
knuckles.
dating a cat.
Oh my gosh.
That's
yeah, so
hilarious.
apparently this is on Game Pass right now.
That's so funny.
So I
May or may not rock up in deals.
I will be playing this, I think, especially
I'm
on Game
definitely
Pass.
going to have a crack at it.
That's hilarious.
Who
The only
doesn't
other
want
the only other dating sim I've ever played was Hatterful Boyfriend.
the pigeon one?
Yeah.
I want the two of you to play it because you liked Hades. I want the two of you to play it, and I want you to not tell each other who you guys dated. And then when you come on the show next, you can be like, okay, 3, 2, 1, and see if you say the same person.
Oh,
we can do
yeah.
that. Yep.
Yeah,
That's our
Yep,
mission.
done.
I'm very interested to see the results of that.
I'm a little nervous.
The only other dating sim I've played was Doki Doki Literature Club, which
Wasn't that a really weird one?
yeah, that went. I played up until the end of the first romance, and then screamed and I don't want to spoil it, but everyone should play Doki Doki Literature Club. It's not what it seems at all.
Okay.
But at the end, oh my goodness.
Sorry, can I draw attention to the sentence on screen right now?
Don't tickle my hilt. Yeah, she's a sword.
I'm pulling a face, but you can't tell.
Yeah, you look rather happy.
I reckon it looked pretty much like the animated picture of your face.
Speaking
that's
of
weird.
faces, Axiom Verge 2 is out today on PS4, PC, and Switch. Builds on one of the best modern Metroidvanias with a whole extra dimension to explore. I believe it's a prequel from the original Axiom Verge. I never played Axiom Verge.
I also did not play Axiom Verge, but I'm kind of feeling like I should have.
Braden?
No clue. It looks pretty cool, though.
Yeah, I'm not a Metroidvania fan, truth be told. I'm not really into those games. I find them frustrating. Yeah.
Did you ever try Hollow Knight?
Yes. We Jasmine's good friends with the Hollow Knight people.
Yeah, I really dug the Hollow Knight. That looked like a Death Star. That had the Death Star in it.
Yeah. Speaking of knights, Shovel Knight Pocket Dungeon is out. Now, we've all played Shovel Knight, which is, again, a Metroidvania. Pocket Dungeon will bring our unlikely hero to the realm of action puzzle games with more than 10 playable characters, local multiplayer, and some serious style this winter. So instead of your platforming Metroidvania type quest, you are playing a Puyo
Mario
Puyo
Party?
No, Puyo Puyo Tetris type game.
Okay.
Yeah, it's something. But I do love the art.
That's an interesting turn for the franchise.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how many Shovel Knight games and expansions have they made? Like 50?
Yeah,
I guess it's
no
time to
idea.
try something different.
fair.
I mean, you can only get so much money
God,
from
that
one idea.
that logo is strange.
Just the way it...
Yeah, just that with that. Oh, it makes my eyes hurt.
Really?
Yeah, it's strange. It's weird.
Must be the glasses. Looks all right to me.
It's one of those things where I can't tell if this part is on top or the wall.
No, it's clearly on top. That's
Oh
like
no,
a dice.
I get
Yeah,
what you
no,
mean.
Floppy's
Whether
seeing
it's
what I mean now as well.
you mean
hey?
whether it's convex or concave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of those like eye trick things. You can force yourself to see it either
If
way.
you let your eyes relax, you'll see a yacht.
Schooner.
That's a person.
No, a boat, not a glass.
A schooner is a sailboat, stupid head. I
couldn't
was
remember
quoting
the-
Mallrats.
I couldn't
because-
remember the actual line from
Yeah,
Mallrats.
Okay, thank you.
I
Braden, you
had
ever heard
to
of
make-
Mallrats?
I've heard of it. That reference flew over my head.
That
you watched it?
kid is on the escalator again.
Stan Lee's in it, Braden.
He's in it?
Yeah, it's a great little monologue.
A little cameo.
Goddamn.
Talks about how Peter took Gwen Stacy lingerie shopping,
Oh,
and then the Green Goblin showed up and pumpkin bombed the hell out of the
she
place.
just pumped him.
Well,
Well, if you've read Sin's Past, that's not... Braden, have you read Sin's Past?
not yet. Maybe in
Okay.
15 years.
Spoiler alert, Gwen Stacy banged Norman Osborn and had kids.
Well,
That happened.
You really put a dampener on things, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
who was the writer on that run?
Ben.
J. Michael Straczynski.
Jay, you need to talk to someone.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't received very well. Anyway,
Especially by
something
Gwen.
that will be received well is Metal Slug Tactics. Yeah! I love I don't like tactic games, but I love Metal Slug because the art is just brilliant, wonderful, fantastic. So Metal Slug Tactics transforms the iconic side-scrolling shooter into a full-fat tactics... What the hell? Game.
Fat
I'm reading
tactics.
the press release that Nintendo put out, and I don't understand what they've written there. A game featuring the characters and weapons you remember. It's now added switch to its list of platforms and confirmed to 2022 release date. Look at this game. Like, the cutscenes look fantastic alone.
I'd watch an anime of the cutscenes.
But look at the game itself. Like,
Yep.
it's your, I guess, your XCOM type tactics game. You've got squares you can move and heroes you can attack within those areas. Man, awesome. Amazing.
Full fat tactics?
Full fat tactics. I don't know, maybe Triple Indy can explain what that is. Anyway. And lastly, Eastwood. Eastwood. I knew I was going to mess that up when I wrote
Eastward?
it. Eastwood. Eastwood gets extra weird, extra fast as you explore a near-apocalyptic pixel art world with a pair of unlikely traveling companions. It's coming to Switch on September 16 as a timed console exclusive. This game actually reminds me a lot of Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Anyone play that? Well, Braden wouldn't have.
No.
You never played Zombies Ate My Neighbors?
No, I knew about it, but I never had the opportunity.
Brandon, if we skip forward a little bit, we'll be able to see there's basically a top-down, isometric type run-and-gun type game.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. I like the art, obviously, because it's all pixel art, and I'm a big sucker for good old pixel art. But yeah, looks fun. Looks like a fun time for all.
Cool.
Was that Ang?
Do you know what isn't a fun time for all? Well, at least a fun time for me. Watching the latest Guardians of the Galaxy cutscene. Did you guys watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think if we're talking about the same thing, the story trailer.
Not the story trailer, the one that came out again with where they meet Lady Hellbender.
Yeah.
You watched that? What did you
Yeah.
think?
I thought it looked great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why's that?
I can't wait to play the story. I think it looks funny.
Okay. But what about this trailer, this cutscene grabbed you?
I mean, I know you're trying to, you're pulling something, you are going to pick on something. I'm not sure what it was. I think it was a wonderfully adequate cutscene.
Right. Braden, did you see this?
I did.
I love this monster.
The monster I thought was the coolest part. I think it was an interesting slice to choose to share.
Yeah.
I think they really should have just stuck with the story montage trailer that they already had.
Yep.
And they did this with also a developer diary type thing with it. And I think you could have just done a little developer diary and maybe used some shots from it. I thought it was an interesting choice to just share the entire scene.
So what threw me a little bit, and I understand it's not complete, but they're showing a slice of the game, so we have to sort of look at it from an objective or subjective point of view. To me, the character animations looked a bit stiff. Like they didn't seem to be flowing naturally at all. I didn't find any of the dialogue particularly funny. And what really bothered me about the whole thing is obviously you've got Lady Hellbender talking and flirting with Drax. Drax realizing that she's flirting with him and that maybe he should take the lead. And then as Star-Lord, because that's who you're playing in this game, you have the option to tell Drax to sort of let him take the lead or let Drax keep flirting and see where they get. And the player who was playing chose, let Drax take the lead and just Peter Quill stand back. And then Drax sort of said one or two lines, and then it awkwardly just transitioned to what I assume would be if Peter Quill took the lead.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And it just completely took me out of any kind of, it took me out of it, basically. Like, they said there's all these branching paths and whatnot, and, I mean, it already looked kind of stilted and fake and plastic. And then to have them sort of spell out that no matter what decision you make, they're going to force you back onto the critical path.
See, that's a selling point for me.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't want 7 endings.
Really?
Just want the conversational differences.
I want the same ending. I want to end up where they want me to end up, but I'd like to be able to get there with whatever humor or sort of emotion carries it along. Like
So
I
it's
can
actually-
I can make the story myself. It's like a choose your own adventure. You're going to get to the same ending. You just
Well,
depends on how you get there.
Because choose your own adventure, you
might
can
die.
have different endings, yeah.
But I don't want a different ending because I don't want to have to play the thing a number of times just to get different endings and have to really think about what did I do last time, what did I do this time, what can I do to change the path. I want to get to the same ending, but maybe get there a little differently and have a different story that's been told or different emotions or a different conversation than, say, you had.
Braden, what do you think?
I am interested, and I will be buying and playing this game because I want to support, actually doing single player shit. I really don't want another games as a service type thing. So I will be picking it up and getting it. I think it was an interesting choice to have it linger and sit on the choice being on screen for as long as it does in this, because they just sit with it for a while. And it's just it becomes this really awkward silence for easily 10 seconds.
Yep.
When it's in the actual game, you're going to quickly read them and then make the choice. It's on screen now. You can easily see what it says. It comes along with the whole thing. They're still choosing. The animation between them waiting is just awkward. And then finally they do it. I thought the humor of Drax not being able to read people properly came across well. But yeah, I'm just interested to see more from this game later. And I think it was a weird choice to take this out as a
I thought it was a really weird choice to
what do they call it? Not a C-section. What do they call it?
A vertical slice.
Vertical slice.
No,
that's it.
C-section works. Speaking of C-sections,
Oh god.
Oh god.
we got a cutscene of a cancelled Duke Nukem game. Well, basically a trailer for Duke Nukem Begins, a planned revival of the shooter franchise, and we can see it on screen now. It was going to be originally a reboot for the entire series. Duke Nukem Begins was ultimately cancelled due to the ongoing legal issues surrounding the series at the time. So in 2015, Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford revealed that the development... What?
Just laughing at him lighting his cigar with a burning hand.
Oh, I thought you were laughing at Randy Pitchford, but no.
Oh, no, sorry.
See, I think we laugh at very different things.
Yeah.
Both equally as immature. Randy Pitchford revealed that development had begun on the new game in the Duke Nukem series, but 2 years after that, a Gearbox employee claimed that development had stalled and Gearbox wasn't keen to revisit the now dormant franchise. Probably for a good reason. I don't know if you remember the Duke Nukem 3D games at all, but they're not exactly kosher and
They're not PC.
No, in the current day. There are some really cool gameplay aspects, which I don't know if they've been used in other shooters. But yeah, cloning himself to have a 4-player multiplayer go in. The point and click of the dual shotguns, like being able to aim with 2 sticks, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
It's probably skip past this bit, Braden.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
That is a bit of a staple of the Duke Nukem of the modern times.
Yeah.
Did you ever play the original Duke Nukem game, which was just platformer?
Yes, I did. That was on
love
my
those
shareware.
games.
I was talking about shareware with someone the other day. Man, I want to get some of those shareware discs again. They were great.
They were so good.
Braden, do you know what shareware is?
Kind of.
What do you understand it to be?
Like, it is literally just like wouldn't you just hand around like a floppy disk that would have like stuff that you would then just copy over?
Basically, yeah, you got CDs or discs, and you could get them at the news agency, like on front of magazines, and they'd be floppy disks with a game or CDs with like 50 games, and it's like the first level of each game.
That's cool.
And you play the first game, and then you send money, and they give you a code, and it'll unlock the whole game.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
But then, of course, people cracked those codes
Instantly.
very, very quickly, and you got the game for free. So Wolfenstein 3D, I've never paid for. Doom was the same. You could put the cheats in and work it all. But it was a really, really cool idea. And I miss those games. Like Commander Keen all came on them.
Oh, Commander King was great.
You play it now, and it's probably one of those games that's best left in the
It was
past.
Commander King, Duke Nukem. What else was there that I had?
In Duke Nukem 3D, if you're keen, you can play it on the Switch. It's currently on their store.
Is it?
Yeah. As well as some of the Commander Keens are on there as well.
I have not played that thing in over 2 decades. I wonder how it's held up.
Right. You remember Blood? It was another one of these Duke Nukem Doom type clothes. But the thing I liked about that... Oh, that's one thing I liked about this.
Jazz Jackrabbit.
We just saw it in the trailer here. Duke Nukem got one of the pig bosses or pig henchmen and like blew his brains out but ripped off his arm and then used his arm as a weapon, then put the arm on his back like a shotgun or a club to take with him later. Little things like that, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're pretty funny.
So I don't think we're going to see any more Duke Nukem. I think he's probably done for a while.
Look, I don't think we need to.
No, I think we've sort of reached the apex of that character.
If you're someone sitting at home and you're like, I disagree, I want more Duke Nukem, I have a wonderful recommendation for you. Go listen to that one episode of Story Break.
Oh, yeah.
Where they do the Duke Nukem movie.
Yep.
Because, oh my god, it's hilarious.
The best part of that episode, someone animated it as well, Braden.
Yes, I've seen that. It's so good.
Should we spoil it?
Oh,
Nah, we won't spoil it.
I want people to go check it out.
Okay, they can go check it out.
They just finished their Jar Jar Binks movie.
They did. I haven't listened to that yet.
Hail to the king, baby.
Did you listen to Dungeons
That's my
and
favorite
Daddies?
Jar Jar Binks joke.
Just completely aside, and a personal conversation I have with Braden after the show. Yeah, have you listened to Dungeons and Daddies?
Not the most recent one.
Not the most recent one?
No.
Oh, man. Yeah. So Dungeons and Daddies is a podcast we listen to, D&D podcast. Basically, the DM, Anthony Birch, tweeted the other day in big capital
I
letters,
saw the tweet.
they fucked me. And that's all he said. As in, they screwed him over. And then listening to this episode, yep. Brilliant. Anyway, let's talk about other people. Oh, these people are so good, though. All right, quick Abandon update. We all remember Abandon. They didn't release the trailer, but there was a leak of the trailer. Braden, play it now. We can see the leaked trailer that has just come out.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of stuff that we've had on this show about Abandoned, I still don't know what it is.
Yeah, well, neither does anyone else.
I don't get it.
Floppy, it's shareware.
All right.
So, describe what you can see now, Floppy, for the.
I can see what looks like a creepy forest. There's some bones hanging from, leafless trees. Little rock could be used as an altar, I guess. A creepy cottage with some smoke coming out of it. Maybe a witch's garden. I don't. Rick Astley. Did they rickroll us?
You got rickrolled, my friend. So
did that developers rickroll
No, they
us?
didn't. There was something someone's put together to make it look like it, and rickrolled people who were eagerly awaiting the Abandoned trailer, which didn't come out again.
Oh, that's actually so cool.
So it was announced that this app that would have the interactive trailer was supposed to come out in June, and then it was delayed until August 11th. After 2 hours of missing its deadline, Hassan Karaman at Blue Box Game, who's sort of like being the figurehead, announced that technical difficulties were making it impossible to post the app. So it still hasn't come out. There was an update on August 12th. In the Twitter post, Hassan said they're still working to resolve the issue so that it can deliver a highly polished product and a good representation of the game. And then a follow-up tweet to that was, it won't be delaying the patch to a specific date, but we'll release it as soon as we have resolved it. And then today, like just a couple of hours ago. So this is, what's the date today? 13th. So this is 2 days after it was supposed to be released, after being delayed and didn't. Blue Box Game Studios tweeted the following. Quote, "We ask everyone to calmly wait for the patch. We understand your frustration. We are 100% real and are working on a passionate game we believe in."
We are 100% real.
When you have to reassure people that you actually exist, you're in trouble.
They continue, "This is what happened. We dealt with multiple engine issues that occurred last minute after we spotted a graphical glitch. For that, we wanted to do a quick update. We are almost there and most of the testing is completed."
Do you think that's real? Do you think that's bullshit?
I think it's a load of bollocks. I think good old Blue Box are way in over their head. And not helping it, Kojima the other day, Kojima tweeted out the cover of a book called The Abandoned Amusement Park.
Oh my god.
So, of course, the internet went, "It's Kojima!" Let me tell you something. Kojima isn't that on the nose. Like, Kojima is subtle, and
is he though?
He is very subtle. Like in Metal Gear Solid, when he called him Revolver Ocelot and then Liquid Ocelot, you didn't know what was really going on. He was being subtle in his batshit insane storyline. But look, Abandoned isn't Kojima. It isn't Konami. It is a dev who is way over his head. What's really starting to annoy me about this whole thing, like it was fun when it started. Yeah. And even when we all realized that it wasn't, we all had fun connecting the dots and whatnot. And you go to the Kojima conspiracy or whatever it is on Reddit. Yeah. Those guys are cool. Hassan has stated quite frequently that it's got nothing to do with Kojima. It's got nothing to do with Konami. But then he puts these little breadcrumbs, these little fuel for the fire. Like last show, we saw that he released that Abandoned title screen with the eye patch wearing blurred out face in the background.
And the white text really blurred out above the actual title. Exactly how they do the little Kojima presents thing.
Yeah. So, all right, if he's having fun or trying to generate interest in the game, cool, but don't sort of get stressed out when you get the death threats and you get people going not that I'm saying that people are excused for saying death threats. I'm not saying that at all. But you're baiting a very rabid fan base and then not delivering what you have had. Had he delivered this trailer and then kept on doing little nods like that, there wouldn't be that much of a deal. Because he said it has nothing to do with Kojima. But the fact he hasn't released anything Kojima. I like it.
You learnt the trick.
I like it. But because he said it's got nothing to do with Konami or Kojima, then Kojima isn't part of it. Then we won't be seeing Kojima. Oh, that's awesome. All right, so what I'm trying to say is that
Kojima?
by leaving breadcrumbs like that and not releasing anything, you're just frustrating people. And I'm not too sure. Like, I don't know Hassan. I've never spoken to him or read any of his content or looked at many of his games that he's made. It's going to get tricky. If this game doesn't deliver, he's going to be in for a world of internet hate. And I just hope that he can actually be okay to withstand that.
Do you think Kojima will hate him?
I don't think...
Or would it be Konami? Oh, I didn't catch him.
I don't think Kojima is... Kojima doesn't have the ability to hate or feel any kind of emotion. He just sort of is. Always was, always will be. He's the alpha and the omega. He's just forever. Kojima. All right. I had from Dust Vilebeard in our Discord, which you can join too by going to hackthedino.com and clicking on the Discord button and come and join us and all our very, very wonderful people. He posted a trailer to a game that I saw a couple of people on Twitter talking about as well. I thought, all right, I'll have a look at it. So Braden's going to play the trailer now.
I haven't clicked this yet.
Okay, it's for a mobile game.
Okay, here we go.
I'll describe what's happening when it comes up on screen.
Okay. I haven't seen this either.
Okay.
Okay?
The initial image is something.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, here we are. So it's got a lady coming out of a taxi in tears in a wedding dress. And she's arrived home and the building is on fire that she obviously lives in. So she's having a bad day. Then her grandma's calling her on her mobile. And then the next scene cut to the grandma consoling her. And this is for a mobile game, remember? The grandma's given her a key to a house. And she opens it up and it's a debilitated house. But the grandma hands her a brush saying, you know, a bit of hard work will get it going. And then it's one of these drag the icons onto everything type game.
A work simulator.
Yeah, it's a work simulator to get the house looking good. So then the lady whose husband left her at the altar or whatever, then the grandma's getting arrested.
What?
And she goes up to the car and the grandma puts up her hand to hold her hand through the glass. And then the lady takes her hand away and there's a message written on her hand saying, "He is alive."
What?
I don't know what this game is.
What the shit? What?
But then there's more. Like I've had a look at some of the other videos that they've brought out. There's one like where the lady is going through Tinder.
Okay.
And her grandma pops up.
Oh my god.
She goes,
the heck,
and then looks to her side and her grandma's sitting there and her grandma goes, "Oh." And then there's another one where like there's a bush shaking and then the lady pops out and like straightens her clothes and walks off. And then a guy who we saw in that previous movie pops out, like a handyman construction with a construction hat pops out and goes, "Oh." And then a hand pops up out of the bush and pulls him back in.
What?
What is this game?
And it's the grandma?
There are so many twists in like a minute-long trailer for a mobile game.
Like HGTV must be frothing at the moment. They're like, "Oh my god, yes, we need to get this on the air."
Like,
It's like Lost. You're never really sure what's going on.
Someone had the block on and then accidentally changed the channel to CSI Miami, and it had the same people in it.
But just out of nowhere, the
And it's such a bullshit game.
Yep.
Oh my god.
That's
I
unreal.
want anyone to actually play this game and tell us if there is any of this plot in it.
I'll do it.
What's the game called?
I honestly can't even tell. Let me find it.
Something Mansion.
Yeah, I think
Mansion.
Merger Mansion or something like that. From
Mansion?
memory.
I will find it. Mansion mobile game.
But yeah, crazy game. I cannot believe that.
What?
I don't know what that was, man.
All right, I want you guys to try and guess the first word in this game.
What does it start with?
M.
It starts with M.
From memory, it was M. So I'm going to say merge it, like you're merging the mansion. Oh, manage mansion. There we go.
Manage Mansion.
I'm going to go with, all I can think of is Maniac Mansion, but that's,
that's
definitely not that.
game.
I'm going to go with Monetary Mansion.
All right, I shit you not.
Yep.
Matchington Mansion. What?
Matchington.
What? the
Matchington
shit?
Mansion. Braden, can you put that in our Discord? I'm going to play it.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm going to play it and give an update next show.
Please do.
Matchington
Thank you
Mansion.
so much for the raid that's happening at this exact point
We
in
just
time.
got raided.
Yeah, thank
At
you,
this
Shadowless
point in
Edge. We
time.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
You guys are just in
All
time
of gamers, thank
for us
you.
to discuss our favorite games.
Zach.
What a cool time to
Zacharias.
raid. Like, what a
Zacharias.
fortuitous moment. You didn't have to hear
Thank
about the
you.
rubbish we just talked about.
Oh, please, all of you at home, please Google the ads. Oh, there's Merge Mansion.
Merge
and there's
Mansion.
Matchington Man. What are these? Are they
Merge
the
Mansion,
same
that's what
game?
it was. That's the one that I watched.
What? Is that a different game? It's a different game.
That's a different game.
What the shit?
So we want Merge Mansion.
Merge
We should
Mansion.
all play one of them.
All right,
Oh my
I'll go
God.
Merge Mansion.
I'll play
do-
Adam's Family Mystery Mansion.
I'll do Matchington Mansion.
Jesus Christ, I want to die.
Well, you can't do that because we're about to talk about our favorite games. And it's just like, you know...
Wait till I get to my third Matchington Mansion.
Anyway, Floppy had the idea that we should probably talk a little bit more about ourselves as opposed to just our news and views and items. So I've decided we're going to do our top 10 favorite games. So Braden, Floppy, and I each have 3 games that we rate very, very highly and possibly our most favorite of all time. And then... For Triple NG is just put in the chat, Metal Gear Mansion. That's something I would play. And then at the end, for the 10th pick, we're actually going to turn to the live chat and get you all out there to throw some ideas of what your favorite games are. And we're going to pick one or vote on one to put in the number 10 slot. Okay, so
Awesome.
there's 10 slots, but it's not in any particular order. It's just us going through the motions. So chat, if you're listening, start thinking now, your favorite game ever to go at the number 10 spot. So I'm going to kick it off with number 1, and my number 1, well, not my number 1, but my first pick for a game, it was either this or Breath of the Wild. So it is, of course, and you're going to hear a lot about this episode, Chrono Trigger.
Never
This
heard of it.
game. All right, so I first played this game when I was 15, 16, something like that. I still remember going to the video rental place, and this was the only game there that you needed the adapter for. So my friend and I decided to get it and try it out because we'd never used an adapter. I'd never played a JRPG before. I'd never played an RPG before. Had no idea what I was in for. We played through it, got up to the future. I immediately fell in love with the characters. I immediately fell in love with the music, the art style, the way you battle, the battle techniques. Everything about this game just spoke to me. Like to the point where when one of my characters passed out, I remember screaming at the top of my lungs, "No!" I think it was Marl. Marl was my healer. I'd never, as I said, played an RPG before or a JRPG before, so I didn't know you could upgrade weapons. I didn't know.
You
But
chose
could
the
do it.
hard way.
So when I rehired it, and eventually, in many years later, ended up finishing it, this game took me about 35 hours to complete because I didn't know how to upgrade. The final battle with Lavos at the end itself took me about 3.5 hours because I just had 2 healing and just chrono attacking. No stat upgrades, no nothing like that. He was just using his base sword. It was absolutely ridiculous.
There's got to be like some form of achievement for that.
These
No,
days.
I mean, it's like there should be in society.
So of the 13 endings that you can get in Chrono Trigger, I've gotten 3 of them. So I got, again, when I went through my playthrough, I got the proper ending and then 2 others, and then I finished it for a 4th time. But I got the same ending twice.
Oh, screw that.
That's where I went, nope. And I've got it on my DS that I've got a game going. I've got it on Apple TV at the moment, which is probably the best way to play it at the moment. Even though the Apple TV version or the iOS version isn't the best, if you've got an Apple TV, you can hook up your PlayStation 4 controller to it and basically play Chrono Trigger on the big screen, and it costs like $6.
Just going to go out there on a sec. I heard, and I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, pretty sure if you're a PlayStation Plus person, you get 6 months free of Apple TV at the moment.
Oh, really?
I think so. I might be wrong. Sorry. You may just sign up now and have to pay for it. I don't know.
But that's pretty much the only way you're going to be able to play this game legally because it is super expensive. I was bidding on, I spoke about it in our Discord, hackthedino.com to join our Discord. I was speaking about it in our Discord earlier in the week. A boxed US version, an X-Rental version, came up on eBay.
That's the grail item you were
Yeah,
talking about?
and I was sitting there looking at it, and I went, oh, and I had to look at my savings, and I had to look at this, and I had to look at that, and I went, you know what? I'm going to put $350 on it.
Did you get it?
No, it went for $500.
Whoa! So you're
And
kind of
this
happy you
wasn't-
didn't get it?
Yeah, well, there was no way I was going any more than that. Like I've held a box Chrono Trigger in my hand before at one of our meets. Some guy imported one in from the States, and it had a little ding in the corner, but it was otherwise perfect. And I was umming and ahhing and sort of talking to him, and I offered him some money, and he just went, "Nah, man, it's going for like $800." And I went, "Oh, well, no, I can't. Like, no way. No way I'm spending $800 on a game, no matter how much I love it." And then he put it up on eBay, and he got like $950 for it.
Wait till you get that boxed Matchington mansion in your hand.
Yeah, well.
You know,
even
$8.
The DS version. The DS
Yeah.
version that came out a few years ago with the Akira Toriyama cutscenes, and is easily the superior way to play it because it has the cutscenes and all the controllers, and it's great. Even that goes for like $150 now.
So I've got that. That's the one that I've got that's sitting on my shelf waiting to be played.
You should play it.
What?
Have you ever played it?
No, I haven't.
Oh, man.
I bought that because I knew that was
I have told
a better way to play it.
at least 3 people in our Discord community to play it throughout the years, and they've all loved it.
I think Game Boy Dad was the last person to play it, wasn't he?
Yep. Dust Valbeard as well. I was the one who originally told him to play it, and he loved it so much he jumped straight into Chrono Cross.
Oh,
And
wow.
even though I own Chrono Cross, I haven't played it yet, so I should probably get on that. But I've heard it's, not the best.
Maybe when I get... So I'm on a bit of a kick of short games at the moment. Maybe when I get back onto a long game, I'll play that one.
Well, this one's 35 hours.
No, that's only if you play it
not-
like
it's
a fool.
It's like 12 hours. It's really not. But it's such a good game. Oh, Chrono Trigger, I love you. All right, Floppy.
Yeah. All right, my first pick, not necessarily my first favourite
Just
game.
your
My
first one
first
off the
pick
rank.
is it funny enough for me, two of my picks are a platform that I rarely ever play on.
Oh, good.
So this is PC. This is a PC game.
Ooh,
So from the 90s.
politically correct. So I look forward to hearing about
Correct. So my first favourite game is Dune 2. From 1993, I think it was, or 1992. This is the first ever RTS I ever played. Real time strategy game.
Oh.
So it's also how I fell in love with the world of Dune, which was a book series written in the 60s by Frank Herbert. They made a god-awful movie in 1984, and then they released...
Starring Kyle MacLachlan?
Yeah, that's the one. And a new one that's about to come out again with, God forbid, Jason Momoa in it.
But also Zendaya, isn't it?
Zendaya,
Yeah, I know, but
Chalamet, Oscar
Oh,
Isaac.
it's got
yeah,
1,000
Josh
good reasons
Brolin.
to watch it, and it's got one wonderful reason to not watch it. But yeah, so June 2, first RTS I ever played. I was actually had to go to work with my dad on a Saturday. I was still a kid, so I couldn't be stay at home. And I was going to be bored, of course, and he quickly threw me onto one of his colleagues' computers who he knew he had games on his computer at his office space. I went, here, play this, and shut up. And I loved it. It was so good. I fell in love with like the building aspect and the creating the different armies that, you build your infantry units or the different kind of vehicles you could use. And then the strategy behind how you're going to deal with whatever environmental issues there are. And then whoever it is that you're playing against, whether it be the Ordos or the Harkonnens or the Emperor, if he came along. I was always Atreides because good guys. It led me playing and enjoying Command and Conquer. It led to Warcraft, and it led to Age of Empires, which I all thoroughly enjoyed. It was, it's simple and it's fantastic. It led to me reading the books, loving the movies. Created a lifelong love of a universe.
Do you know if you can play it in the current day?
I'm sure you can. I haven't played it in so long. I would love to sit down and play it again.
Braden,
Hello.
hi.
Anyone who listens to the show at all will not be shocked by my first pick.
Merge Mansion.
Merge Mansion, that's the one. No, it's of course, as anyone would be able to tell you, Ratchet and Clank 3. Ratchet and Clank 3, Up Your Arsenal on the PlayStation 2, was my entire childhood. I loved it so much. I 100%ed it, I think, 3 times on the PS2. I have since then 100%ed it on the PS Vita and the PS3. And I am going to be playing it again somewhat soon. because I want to play through the Ratchet and Clank trilogy again.
You should really stream it, Braden.
Yeah, I should.
Because, you've already 100%ed it 4 times.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Pretty sure Game Boy Dad is playing this at the moment. I've seen in the Discord.
Yes, yeah. After he's played through all the other Ratchet and Clanks as well, and then I believe Dylan is also jumping on it as well at the moment. Dylan's on the Ratchet and Clank game as well, so it's
Got a following, mate.
yeah, it's great. I'm glad people are checking it out because I absolutely love them. They're fantastic, and 3 is just the culmination of that original trilogy, and is so good. The weapons are fantastic. The characters are awesome. The world is so much fun, and the writing is corny and cheesy and silly. There's an entire robot music video of a robot who's a parody of Britney Spears called Courtney Gears. In this one, it's very funny. Yeah, it's so much fun. It's an absolute blast.
All right, my next game that I enjoyed. Again, anyone who has watched the show for a while, it's not going to be a surprise. Street Fighter 2 Turbo for the Super Nintendo. As a kid, going to an indoor skating rink, I used to put on the skates and go into a 3-hour locked-in session and then spend my whole time at an arcade machine. And I put the skates on so I was actually tall enough to play Street Fighter 2. Now, I like Street Fighter 2 Turbo because it is faster, the graphics are a lot smoother, and yeah, I still have memories of like going there to that skating rink, seeing this big red LAI with Street Fighter 2 on it, watching all the big kids who were probably like, 15, 16, play it. And then when it was spare, getting on there with my friends and giving it a go, having no idea what I was doing, no idea how to do any of the moves or whatever. I just remember going, one day I'm going to own Street Fighter on an arcade cabinet just like that. And guess what?
I can see it from here.
I freaking do. Not only that, I own almost every single arcade board of Street Fighter 2. Yeah, this game was so influential in my life. Some of you may not know, but I actually do karate.
Do you like karate?
I do karate.
Oh, there you go.
You know who doesn't do karate?
Who?
Kojima.
Oh,
Hey, I knew he couldn't do it that time.
Yeah, the only reason I could do it was because the video was
I
up,
know.
and I just had to pause.
We need a Kojima gift
We'll
to
just
come
have
up.
a button that it brings
Yep,
up.
the Kojima button.
I never
It'll
understood the bashing
fill
of the
the whole
cars.
It's a bonus level.
No, I know what it is, but I never understood why it was in there. I
Show
wonder-
how tough they are.
They hate Volkswagen.
Yeah, and rightly they should. You ever read into the history of Volkswagen?
Yeah, it's not great.
It's I think German for people mover.
Yep.
Yep, designed in Nazi Germany. So draw your own conclusions. Anyway,
I mean, it's an incredibly well built...
not homicide. Well, it was homicide, but also genocide. Lots of fun things we like to talk about here on Hack the
I don't know
Dino.
if you can blame Volkswagen especially for that. There's
They were called people movers. What do you think they were moving them to?
anywhere that the people would go to.
Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly
Dude,
what it
this
was.
is
Anyway,
my car.
Ryu and Ken did Shotokan karate. And the reason I started doing Shotokan karate way back when I was a young chap, I think I was about 16, was because of Ryu and Ken, and that has remained to this day. I even used to know an artist who I used to make comics with who used to call me Real Life Ryu.
Because of your long flowing hair?
Yes, yeah, and what? Yeah, I'm not going to say that. Moving on. Floppy.
Yeah, all right. My second pick is also another PC game that I grew up playing. And this one is part of a series of games. I actually played so many of these games, but one stood out to me, and it was Space Quest 3. So there was Space Quest, there was Police Quest, there was King's Quest, there was Heroes Quest.
Was there a Space Quest 2?
There was 1, 2, 3. There was about 7 of them, I think.
Good. I was just checking because otherwise it'd be weird.
This is the Pirates of Pestilence. I love the Space Quest games. They were made by these two guys in Sierra. A really warped sense of humor, which was kind of sarcastic and kind of also obvious jokes. Like they get away with so many pop culture ripoffs in this.
Did
in
they
these
get
games.
away with it though?
Yeah, I guess because they kept making the games and no one really seemed to mind. These were the first games that showed me that they could tell like a movie style story, not just bad guy at the end of a level, get to the end of the level, defeat the bad guy. This actually had storylines and characters. It had characters in them.
Characterizations.
Yeah, and it was funny. They had jokes in them, and it was great. I loved the character because he was not a super cool superhero. He was a space janitor. His name's Roger Wilco. and you survive an alien attack in the very first one because you're asleep in the janitorial closet while you're supposed to be working. The pop culture references in this are insane. And if this video keeps going a little bit, yeah, there's like a Monolith burger, obviously a ripoff of Macca's. There's the Enterprise, you can see there, docked to it. You find there's a ripoff of the Millennium Falcon called the Aluminium Mallard.
That's Braden's unique name.
There's a part of this where there's like a robot cop following you, or a bounty hunter. It looks incredibly like RoboCop. Like, it's fantastic.
It's Robo Bob.
Yeah, Robo Bob. My opinion, this game in particular is is like the pinnacle of the series. I thought these graphics were amazing.
It looks like a cyborg version of Max Headroom.
Oh, yeah, it does. I used to draw the characters and the ships from this, like just sketch them all the time. It also taught me to type.
Oh, cool.
Because they didn't operate with a mouse. This was a keyboard. So you used the cursor keys to walk around, and you had to type in every input that you wanted to do. Whether it be, still to this day, the quickest thing I can type is look around, because you would do it on every single screen.
I can vouch for this. Floppy showed me how fast he can type the phrase "look around." It's stupidly quick.
They're like nothing else, just look around.
Oh, it's quick.
Everything else is two-finger old man typing. But you had to do it because sometimes you'd walk onto a screen and the only way to pause it would be to start typing. You had to type your command and enter it so that you didn't die sometimes straight away.
Likewise, you able to play these Sierra games?
These ones I believe you can, because you can get them off like, was it GOG?
Yeah, I believe they're all on good on games.
Yeah, and run them on emulators. Oh yeah, Buckazoids was the universal currency. They're so wacky and they're so much fun. The police quest ones, on the other hand, were kind of rife with actual police procedure, to the point where I think it's in the first one. At the start of the game, you get thrown against a wall in a fight, and then near the end of the game, hours and hours later, you're in a plane and you go to shoot the bad guy and your gun doesn't fire. And it comes up with a message going, I guess 3 hours ago when you got thrown against the wall, you should have visited the police firing range and recalibrated your weapon.
God, that art's horrible.
Oh, it's so good. Look at that. It's going quite fast for some reason. But, I love these games. Sierra adventure games, get on them.
Braden.
Yes. All right. My next one is a slightly more modern one. I'm just going to quickly bring it up here. It is a game that I absolutely loved from start to finish. I loved platinuming it. It's absolutely fantastic. It really just because otherwise I would have picked another PS2 game, which is very similar to this one. But this one, I think, just refines everything about it perfectly. I think Ben's put together what it is.
Yep. Merge Mansion.
That's definitely the one. It's Spider-Man from Insomniac.
Oh, yeah. Not Miles?
Well, Miles is kind of included in this, I guess.
You reckon?
Yeah, well, in my personal, I like putting the two together because they flow on from each other so perfectly.
Right.
And just, they are so nice. I just played them when I bought Miles on PS5, they had the PS5, rezzed up version of the original game from PS4. And so I played through the whole game again on the PS5 upgrade version, and it is beautiful.
Oh, maybe I should play it again.
Playing both of them in their it's performance with some ray tracing. Oh, it's just gorgeous. It's completely ridiculous. They are so smooth to play. The web swinging and all the fighting and everything are great. I love the story that they ended up doing with it. I really enjoyed what they did with it. I feel like the only time it really slows down is the MJ sneak around parts.
That was a weird little inclusion, but
It was strange.
it didn't ruin it, but it was weird.
Yeah, it was a choice. And oh my god, all the costumes and everything. Oh my god, don't even get me started.
First thing I did was find all the backpacks.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I could have all the costumes.
Okay. Had to.
What was everyone's favorite costume?
Scarlet Spider.
I did wear the Scarlet Spider a lot. Oh god, I'm trying to think back now.
Mine was $20.99.
Oh yes, nice.
$20.99 looked beautiful in this game. It's got to be Love Heart underwear.
Is that the Bombastic Bagman?
Oh, Bombastic Bagman was in there as well. I did love that.
Was that the paper bag in the Fantastic Four costume?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one.
That's
So
what
good.
Animal Crossing.
Is
I
that when
made, you could get a paper bag for a mask in Animal
Yeah.
Crossing, so I made the Bombastic Bagman costume.
Nice. Was that because he just had the symbiote taken off of him?
Yes, yeah, he had
Yeah.
the symbiote taken off of him,
And they had to
and Johnny
sorta-
Storm gave him his costume.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, what about my secret identity? So Johnny Storm gave him
Yeah,
a
paper
bag,
bag.
and he swung out, but he'd also stuck the kick me.
Yeah, kick
sign
me
on his
sign on the
back.
back.
So good.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. And yeah, otherwise, I would have, before this game came out, would have easily said Spider-Man 2 on PS2. But
Basically the same game.
this is the same game, but just better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, loved it. And yeah, Miles is included in this. Miles was amazing. I loved every second of it. I'm here for everything Miles Morales.
And so you should be. Fantastic character. Speaking of fantastic characters, my last pick before we start to urge the live chat to start thinking about what game is going to be added to our list of top 10 games that we love. No surprises. Again, Super Mario Brothers, the original one. This was the very first game I ever played, ever. It is the game that I've purchased probably 20 times because every time it comes out on something in an eShop or as a Game & Watch or as just a Game Boy cartridge for an anniversary,
You get
this
it.
sucker buys it because I just have so much. This game was so informative in my young years. I still remember the friend's house where I was when I first saw it. I still remember seeing him pull out this VHS looking thing from under his TV and putting the cartridge in and even getting it out and blowing it when it didn't work and then putting it back in. I still remember, I remember the glitches and like finding the warp zones and him showing me the warp zones. What? Warp zones? What? One stage there was a glitch where I was playing and I'd never really played it before and the mushroom to get bigger was running away from me, so I was running after it full pace and then it was going to go down a hole in the floor and I ran and caught it, but because I didn't stop running, I hit it and I was right in the middle and I grew big, and you know how in Mario Brothers it sort of stops while you get the power up and you grow? It goes drr. So I was in the middle of the gap, right bang in the middle, and I hit it and I grew, and I still remember his parents were sitting there going, you got it, but you're going to die now. So I kept holding across and there was a glitch or something and I just ran straight across the gap. It was, and they went, just little things like that was, amazing. I understand that Mario Brothers 3 is a game, it is a game. I understand it's a game.
It's true. It is a game.
I understand that it is a better game than this, and I also understand Mario World is a better game than this, but much like Voldemort, I attach pieces of my soul to things.
This is your Horcrux.
Yes, it is one of my Horcruxes. So when I become evil and try to take over the world, you're going to have to come to my house and destroy my
That's
copy.
going to be easy. We have to destroy all 17 Horcruxes on the same shelf. There's no looking for them.
Yeah, so Super Mario Brothers is just, I've mentioned before, my original copy of Super Mario Brothers is still in the box. I have a big acrylic case that I've put it in. It's not worth money, but to me, it's worth so much more.
Yeah, just something that you said then about your mate showing you. I'm going to assume it's Osti.
It wasn't, actually.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Osti.
Ben's got more than one friend.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm more than a two-dimensional person.
way to find out live on TV. Jesus. That moment where your friend told you a thing and you had no idea and it would like changed your whole perception of that game. You can't do that anymore because everything's online. Every secret is online. Everything. You're never going to go. Well, you're never going to go through finishing a game or playing it for ages, and then someone just a chance meeting tells you a thing, and you learn.
Schoolyard
the
rumor
discussion.
mill, my uncle works at Nintendo type thing.
Yeah, it's never going to happen again.
Yeah,
because
like-
everyone can just Google it in half a second.
Did you have that as a kid, Braden?
We had it a little bit. We were obviously at the point where like the internet was getting way more easier to access. So
You could get it on your phones now.
so legitimately, we would have times where at school it'd be like, "Oh man, did you know about this?" And it's like, "What? No." And then we'd whoever had found it, they would bring up like game facts or something on the school computers and show us the wiki guides. We would use the school print. This is bad. We were using the school printers to print out cheat codes and maps. It was great fun.
So we had binders. Like, have you seen that meme of there's a screen from Titanic where it has Leonardo DiCaprio showing Kate Winslet all these drawings and she's looking through it?
Yeah.
And there's him looking really excited to see what she says and she's looking at it. And then there's the next meme, the next picture under it and it shows what she's looking at. And someone's just handwritten Mortal Kombat fatalities and it's like down, towards.
Up, down, left, right, left,
that's
right.
what it was.
Beautiful.
You used to write them out.
Yeah.
You'd write them out by hand and you'd have them either, like, in manuals back in the NES and even the Super Nintendo age.
Give you blank pages.
Yeah, you had blank pages with lines on it and it said notes. And that's where you
what
wrote
that's
down.
for.
Yeah, to write down all your
that's
tunes.
right,
I always
passwords.
wanted that.
Yeah.
I used to, playing the Sierra Adventure games I was talking about, like Space Quest, because there was no map function or anything like that, I used to use graph paper to draw out my own maps.
God,
I've got one of them. Yeah, I showed Floppy, I think, a while ago in Japan. I picked up for like $2.
Oh, yeah, you bought something, yeah.
Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, not Link to the Past, Link's Adventure. Adventure of Link, that's what it's called. Hi, I like retro games. Adventure of Link, and it was a guidebook in Japanese, just about this big. And when I opened it up, there were hand-drawn maps of each of the levels in there by someone, a Japanese person, had hand-drawn out all the dungeons and marked everything. It was all in katakana and everything was written out. And it was just awesome.
Yeah.
Just awesome.
I've got a folder of them somewhere from when I was a kid. I would use a 2x2 square was each screen.
Yep.
Because it was always up or down or left or right. That's how those games worked. You worked from one side of the screen to another, and the camera didn't move with you. So you could draw a 2x2 square, and then you could put something in there that would indicate what was found or what areas you could go to, and it was flawless. Works better than half the maps these days.
Floppy, what's your last game?
My last game is probably not a big surprise because if I'm not talking about it, you're generally talking about it. It is Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, yeah.
This one is my favorite game of all time.
Yeah?
It is the first
Number
collector's edition. Yep, number one. It is the first collector's edition I ever bought. I found it on a demo disc from a PlayStation magazine in 1999, so the year after it came out. I think it came out in 98. It's the first game that I ever played that not just had a story, but had plot twists and things that took me by surprise. It had these really intricate storylines, an amazing variety of characters, and they had depth to them and backstories, and they developed. It was unreal. There was relationships and between people, and it's just one of those things that it was like watching a really good thriller where you were like on the edge of your seat all the time because you didn't know what was going to happen.
And every time you heard that,
you'd shit yourself. I've still got this ingrained reaction to that where you do that and I get a little bit, jumpy.
well, I'm going to use that to my advantage.
It showed me, thank you, great, awesome. It showed me that stealth can be way more fun than going in guns blazing all the time. And it's started this sort of fascination I have with stealth games or with stealth ways through games, which is now what I tend to play towards. If it's one of those ones where you can play in different manners, like so when playing Deus Ex, I tend to veer towards the stealth things. It's all because of this. It's all because of this game. The way that it was interactive outside of the game as well. So which goes hand in hand with my favorite bad guy of all time in a video game is Psycho Mantis.
Oh, yes.
Is Psycho Mantis, who in this game is telekinetic and telepathic. And in the game, demonstrates his telekinetic powers by speaking to you as the player, telling you to put the controller on the ground and then activating the rumble feature, which vibrates the controller. Blew my mind. Mm-hmm. Like, I just like, how the hell has it got? The games can't do this.
Do you remember how you found out how to defeat him?
Yes. So, spoiler alert, if you haven't played this game and you want to be surprised, block your ears until I pat my head because you can't hear it. So he can read your mind. So no matter what attack you do, he can block it, which is really, really frustrating until you get a call on your codec by your commander. And he says, like a snake, he can read your mind. He knows everything you're going to do. Try plugging your controller into port 2. So you physically unplug your controller, plug it into the second port on your PlayStation, and he loses his shit because he can't read your mind, and then you can kill him. Mm-hmm. But amazing.
Yep. Great. And it's just Kojima being awesome.
Oh.
And Floppy just patted his head for all the podcast listeners. It's just Kojima being fantastic. As Triple Indy says in the chat, if you hired the game, you got stuck because you couldn't see Meryl's codec on the game case. That's right. You had to put in a specific code at some stage, and that was on the jewel case on the front.
The DARPA chief in the game gives Snake a CD case that has Meryl's codec number on the back of it. It took me a while to realize that if I actually turned the game CD case over, it's written on there in like a still of the game.
Yep.
It was bloody amazing.
Oh, great. Fantastic game.
Oh, one more thing.
Yep.
Cyborg Ninja.
Yep. Grey Fox.
Don't need to say any more than Cyborg Ninja.
What a twist. Amazing game. Brayden.
Guess what console it's on?
PS2.
Oh, mate. You've got the money.
Good.
You've nailed it.
I like money.
Well done. Congratulations.
I like money.
Fantastic. Now, the real question is, can one of you guess what it is before I...
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3.
No, it is not. It is a fantastic little game. Also heavily ingrained in my childhood. I reckon I could probably just play it back to front and still remember where a lot of the stuff is.
Ingrained in your childhood?
Yep.
Miles Morales. Because you're so young.
It
Lego
is Lego
Star
Star
Oh, I
Wars.
should have known this.
It is not the original trilogy. It's the first game, which was the prequel trilogy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so good. This game is so much fun. This was before they had voice acting, so it's just wacky, silly, like physical comedy and prop comedy. Oh my god, it is so fun. As a kid, it would just have me just giggling and like laughing out loud at times because it's just so silly. Plus the gameplay was fun as hell because you would just button mash and explore and run around and
not
get to be
die.
all your favorite characters. And you don't die.
Yeah.
30 playable characters. Oh my god. They've got like 100 million in the latest ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are so much fun. Absolutely love them. And I continue to be very excited and waiting with bated breath for the release date of the complete saga.
I'm waiting with you. These are also some of my favorite games of all time. And the only games I've ever platinumed on purpose.
All right, it's time for the chat. We've had some recommendations in there. We'll read out a couple. So we've got We Are Robots, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Half-Life 2, The Last of Us. Afronix has said Final Fantasy 8, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Crash Bandicoot Warped. We've got, I think I saw Fable in there from Game Boy Dad. Pokemon Red, yes, hell yes. Fable and Final Fantasy 9.
Oh, Last of Us?
Yeah, what are we thinking, people? What else do we think should have
the other ones I was sort of racking around in the back of my brain before I decided on Lego Star Wars. I was thinking of things like God of War, like the PS4 one. Yeah, like there's so much.
I'm looking at things that had an impact on gaming as a whole, and I'm looking at Tony Hawk's Pro Skater just because of the sheer amount of people that played that and can still remember it and have muscle memory for it because they played it that much.
We've got a couple of other late additions. Triple NG has said Majora's Mask. Dylan the Villain has said Persona 4 Golden. Afronix coming in again with Need for Speed Underground 2.
Oh, Assassin's Creed 2. Ooh,
There is
okay.
a lot there, and I think we all have very different tastes in what is there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all right, I'm going to throw my hat in for Majora's Mask.
I'm going to throw it in for Assassin's Creed 2, pinnacle of the series.
Brayden, what are you going to?
If I had to throw my hat behind anything, it would possibly even be Pokemon Red.
Yeah, I'm for Pokemon Red. Yep.
Yeah, I think it brought Pokemon into the damn world, which is
Well, see, as a franchise, is bigger than, well, almost Jesus.
Anto has put in Final Fantasy VII, which I also think.
Does he
you
like
have
Final
to-
Fantasy VII?
Yeah, a little bit. You saw the last show where he guessed. Yeah,
I did.
It's amazing. Yeah, I'm going to say Pokemon Red.
yeah.
I'm happy with that. Yeah, Pokemon Red.
All right, Pokemon Red is the 10th game that meant so much. On Halo 2 in there as well from We Are Robots.
I'd almost just chuck in like the first generation of Pokemon. So was it Red and Green?
No, Red and Blue.
Red and Blue
then
and
yellow.
yellow?
Yep.
Yeah. And just throw them all in the mix at the same time.
Do you know who else likes Game Boys? The fine sponsors who support the show.
my god, I love him! Oh, he's in a hat! Not the doggos! I can't even read anymore. Ah! I can't even do it anymore! I have to finish this game. I have to finish this game.
We are back and we have some people to thank. Who are we going to thank? We're going to thank you guys that are watching, you guys that might not be watching but could be listening, and you guys that love to support us with lovely ways like allowing us to buy new equipment.
Money.
Yep,
You
I was trying
money.
to say a nice way of saying
No,
money.
don't like. Just you
But
give us
yeah.
cash. It's mwah.
Just-
Love you and cash.
Diamonds are
Same.
good. Diamonds are good.
Not really. Not in this economy.
Okay, scratch diamonds. But Pokemon cards. If you have any Pokemon cards,
Oh yeah, good one.
there's a good monetary
We
value.
should do a Pokemon card unwrapping thing.
We should do that after we've thanked the Patreons.
Okay, let's do it.
So we'd like to thank you guys, the Patreons.
Hey, Brayden, do you have any Pokemon cards? You're young.
No, all my Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and all that got given to my cousin by my mum.
Oh, little shit.
If you're wondering
Thanks
how
for
to get
calling my
thank
mum a
yous,
little shit.
No, not your mum. Your cousin.
Oh, okay.
Do they still live here?
Are they still alive?
No, well, are they still around in Australia?
I don't know if they still have the
are they
cards.
are they still alive?
I don't know if they still have them.
Because I know karate.
Do you like karate?
I know karate.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, what were we doing?
We can talk about our Patreons. If you would like to be a Patreon but you're not yet, there is many different ways you can do this. You would like to join at $1 a month. You get access
Where
to
can
our...
they go to join?
Oh, to hackthedino.com. Where it's got, what is it called? Skill tree? Link tree?
Skill tree, yes.
It's got a skill tree.
Look at our skill tree at hackthedino.com. Actually, that's what we're calling it from now on. It's a skill tree.
Go to the skill tree and check it out. Hackthedino.com. And click on that little Patreon link. There is a Patreon link, right?
There's a Patreon.
Yeah, cool. And you can jump in at $1 a month if you wish and become a member of our Discord. We have a little private Discord channel. Great little conversations that go over there. Lots of game help and game pickup shares. And what else do we go from there?
Oh, I'm also planning when this global bastard calms down a bit, we're going to do a Discord journey, market hunt for some games and stuff.
That's going to be awesome. I can't wait for that.
Which I may regret because these people are going to find out my searching places. And that's where I get all my bargains.
Just don't take them to the good ones.
That's true.
We'll go there first.
Yep.
If you would like to join in for $2 a month, you have your name running down the screen, down the bottom of here, across the show. So all those guys down there, thank you very much. At $10 a month, you get an exclusive extra monthly show called Dino More.
Which we're recording tonight.
Yeah, so you get to see that, and we'll talk about... Well, sometimes we talk about games, sometimes we talk about other things that interest us. We have conversations, it's great. And you also get your name read out, bit of a shout out. So we'll go through those today. We've got Karen Knight, Dylan the Villain, Sam Beard, Triple Indy, Mike Towns, Ash Knight, and Game Boy Dad.
As well as Anto as well.
And Anto, Stash Spagoogly Dude.
Just
Who's
in
he
the
come up
chat,
with?
we've got one of our $10 a month supporters, Triple Indy, saying he focused his $10 on charisma in his Hack the Dino skill
But
tree.
he's maxed out anxiety.
No, Game Boy Dad has maxed out his anxiety.
That's
So,
fantastic.
Just two of the options we have available over at hackthedino.com.
Mine all went to hair.
Mine didn't.
Sorry, I was hoping that you'd make a joke about hair. If you'd like to go for $15 a month, you get access to our
hair for it.
post-show. Our post-show after the show, which is post of it. Jump in, have a chat with us, and we'll talk directly to you and talk some shit. More than likely. Or you can go for the big guy, $25 a month. What does that get you, Ben?
That big, juicy grapefruit
Slab of meat.
life is dribbling down your chin as you take a big chunk out with your teeth. It's a sponsorship one. You give us a video, we play it just like we did with Game Boy games. Michael Towns, wonderful person Michael Towns is, supports us. You should go check him out as well over at Game Boy Games, or he's got a link. We should actually put a link on our skill tree for Michael Towns. We'll do that.
Yeah,
we'll get
let's
that
do
going.
that.
Michael Towns, I'll talk to you soon. And you can get his games there. He makes Game Boy games. You can put them in your Game Boy. You can play them. I'm in one of them. Floppy isn't, but Braden is.
Hey.
So he's ticked all the good boxes. And
Ouch.
yeah, if you've got something you'd like to plug, $25 a month, we'll play your video and talk about how awesome you are. Like, we sell out for surprisingly little.
Yeah, like next to nothing.
Yeah, like honestly, we will do
Sell out for a compliment
Yeah, no, probably not. I get enough of them because,
from your mum doesn't count.
Oh, God damn it. Do you know what does count?
The count?
Yes. One. Two.
Four. Oh, shit.
But Game Boy Dad, no. Game Boy Dad, you're good. I like you. Do you know what else I like? I like Spotify, iTunes, and Stitcher, and all other podcast apps where you can go and listen to us if you don't like our faces. But if you do, you can head on over to Instagram and Facebook, where we put new social media stuff up from Anto, our social media guru. Or you can head on over to twitch.tv/Hack The Dino and follow us there and press the notification button so you don't miss an episode when we go live, as well as other streams. Anto will be streaming a lot more. Floppy's going to do some streaming. We're going to twist Braden's arm and make him stream Ratchet & Clank 3. And head over to youtube.com/Hack The Dino to subscribe and see this show in its entirety whenever you want, on demand. And I also chop up the show into little segments, so if you like a little bite-sized Ben, then oh god,
If we get that on a t-shirt,
bite-sized
if you like a bite-sized Ben, come to Hack The Dino.
Do you know what else I like?
Fun-size floppy.
He's dead. He's
All
got
right,
him.
big old Braden.
Got him, boy.
Bite-sized Ben and fun-sized
That's
floppy.
floppy.
We're gonna get arrested.
That's your Cadbury's favourites right there.
God damn.
Oh, I'm crying.
Do you know what I like? Anyway,
Maltesers.
modders. I really like modders because they're fantastically talented people and they do really awesome things. And this is something I've wanted to see for years, and I stumbled across it the other day, and I have to share it with all of you. Braden, play the video. That's right. We can see here on the screen Forsaken Fortress from The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker.
I was going to say, this is Wind Waker. I know this.
Yeah, Wind Waker. This is the stealth scene where you're crawling around in a barrel. At the moment, we can't see Link because he's hiding under a barrel trying to infiltrate the castle. So he's going up the stairs, making his way to make sure he's not in the spotlight. And then when he gets to the door, obviously, and it's all black, he can then jump out and he can surprise everyone and go, "Ha, I'm the green tunic wearing..." What?
Whoa!
Bum, 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 bum. Someone has modded Link into Solid Snake and made a Metal Gear Wind Waker.
That is so good.
That was an excellent reveal.
Oh, it was great. And you can't hear it, obviously, because of the... because there's no music or no audio going on, but yeah, they actually play the snake sting. It is.
That got a legitimate laugh from Game Boy Dad in the chat. That's great.
They've given him a little knife as well. Yeah. Oh, it was a great one. You can't play it, obviously, but yeah, fantastic.
Can I say, I didn't realise you go up the stairs in the barrel. I did that whole thing. Oh, screw that. I should go upstairs in a barrel.
It's just a video I wanted to share. It's awesome.
That's
Good old
classic.
Link. Good old Stealth. Good old everything.
I just love that reveal as he turns and faces the
Yeah,
camera.
that was one. And then it goes to the main screen, like Metal Gear there.
I've started for the past couple of months. Whenever, like, my daughter, I just want to annoy her because that's what I do as a father. Just decide to do
just
random
go,
things to annoy
"Metal
my.
Gear."
I do. I
You
just
know,
go,
you
hey,
just-
Parker. And she go, what? And I go, Metal Gear.
She's never going to play it now.
Metal Gear.
She's never going to know the wonder that is.
She's 13 and a half, so she's decided that she's not playing anything or we're not watching anything I like. Just to annoy me.
Oh, yeah. No,
So-
that kicks by about 17.
Really?
Yeah, because then they realise that you actually had good thing, but they won't tell you that it was your idea. It's
Yeah, well,
always
she
their
refuses
idea.
to watch Back to the Future. So,
Well, that's just
I
ridiculous.
know, right?
She should fail school for that.
Well, you know, it's on the cards. Do you know what else is on the cards? 10 games that deserve a remake.
Yeah, we don't have enough remakes.
We don't. We need more. In fact, I reckon there's going to be a remake, like, Game of the Year. Like, not Game of the Year, but a remake.
A remake of the year?
Yeah. Yeah. I reckon that's going to be in our Dino Awards at the end of the year. Remake of the year. Although there's not many this year because, yeah. All right, so I'm going to go first. 10 games that deserve a remake. First one I have is Botkai, The Sun is in Your Hands. Have you heard of this game, Floppy?
Never.
Okay, in Botkai, you play as a vampire hunter who must use the sun to defeat vampiric hordes.
That's just smart.
That sounds rather unremarkable, and looks like rather unremarkable, until you realise that you have to use our sun to defeat the vampires. How, I hear you think? Well, The game utilizes the Game Boy Advance's light sensor to determine if the player was actually out in the sun or using a powerful lamp, and will reward them with extra power if they were. So you basically had a little solar panel in the cartridge, and it detected when you were in light, and it absorbed the light and buffed your power levels.
So what if you like shone a torch at it?
Well, you can.
Okay, cool. But so was it encouraging people to go outside and play their games?
I don't know what it was.
I like that.
Botkai was a pretty good dungeon crawler, even without the gimmick. The light sensor aspect makes this a potentially awesome game for a mobile app. And do you know who was the developer of this game?
What does it start with an N?
M?
N?
N? No?
No? Okay, then no, I don't.
You don't?
No. Game
Kojima!
Oh, God. Okay.
That's right, it's one of Kojima's games, and as a result, goes for about $300, ensuring I will never own it.
Pretty sure if you walk in and out that door 6 times, all of a sudden he's got no pants on. I'd just like to call out to the chat. We Are Robots just said you'd like to see a remake of Cyberpunk 2077.
Surely they have to finish it before you can remake it.
Ooh, Sting.
Bum, 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 bum.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right. Floppy, next.
All right, my first game that I think needs a remake. Now, I'm aware that this has kind of had a remake /
I just had an
remaster.
idea. Sorry. I reckon we do get shirts made up, but we get an artist to draw them like we're in a kids show, and it would be like bite-sized Ben and fun-sized
floppy.
God.
Da-da,
Do
da-da, da-da, da-da. Yep,
Please
we got to
do
do
it.
this. We got to make an advert for it.
Yep.
My first game that I think needs a remake. Now, I know it's had a remake / remaster before, but it was rubbish. So it needs a proper one. And I think it needs GoldenEye.
Ba-dum,
Nintendo 64's GoldenEye needs a remake. I mean, this thing was the multiplayer shooter that everyone played.
Yep. Have you played it recently?
Semi-recently. And
Hot trash.
It is so
It
bad.
is real bad.
Nostalgia makes you think it is way betterer than it used to was.
Yep.
I don't even know what I said then. I mean, at the time, it was phenomenal. It was very quickly dated.
Yep.
Very quickly.
Yep. You could shoot their hats off.
I had some great ideas to what we could do with a remake with it.
Yeah.
I think it works really, really well with an Overwatch sort of team-based mode. I think that would work great because you could have like
But
two teams.
Bond doesn't work in a team.
No, but you've got villains and you've got heroes. You could play as the different Bonds. You could have a team of Bonds.
Do you know how much money that would cost?
I know. This is why it will never happen, and I would like it to, but it won't. You could do a battle royale mode. I think that would work really well in the Bond world.
Again, do you know how much money that would cost?
Yes, because I think it lends itself perfectly to the Fortnite style of paying for skins, which is where the money comes from.
That's true.
Emotes, weapons, etc., things like that. They've got 60 years of films to draw inspiration from when it comes to levels and characters and skins and weapons and things like that. I think this thing would be awesome.
Yes, we have got Anto in the chat saying it got a remake on the Wii. Yep, Floppy covered that. It was bad times for everyone.
It's not great.
The gold controller that came with it was pretty cool, though.
Got it.
Yeah.
Is that what the gold controller is from?
That was the gold classic controller. And then there was a gold Wii remote with Zelda.
Correct.
Yep, I got both of them.
And then a gold nunchuck with Japan.
I never got that one.
Was Japan exclusive for Club Nintendo. So that's the most expensive out of all of them.
Bastards.
Brayden.
All right, mine isn't as old.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, which I don't want to sound mean or anything, but it's not as old. It's from the PS3 era. The graphics look like dog shit now. So I would love to see a remake of this because I absolutely loved this game and then the franchise after it. Infamous.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm down with this. That is cool.
I want from the ground up, like you could obviously do just a splash of paint on it and it would honestly be fine. But I think if they did from the ground up, this would be just so good. If they really just reworked it, kept the style and flair of it, but modernizing it. Imagine the streets of Infamous, but with way more NPCs on them.
Imagine using the engine that Spider-Man used.
Oh. Man,
Because you spend a lot of time
so cool.
up on buildings in this thing.
Yes. Yeah. The traversal would be the traversal you can pretty much just keep. You don't really have to do a whole lot to it. It's fun as hell anyway.
So is the trick to this game as well, I think I remember Brayden talking about, whenever you have a game where you can choose evil or bad. You always do the good, evil or bad. You can choose evil or bad. It's my type of game.
Evil or bad.
You always do the good path first because that's generally harder.
Yes.
And then you can go back and then just go evil and have a fun time.
Most certainly, yes.
I always go good anyway. I just always do it. I never seem comfortable going with the bad.
I am.
Yeah, no, definitely. Infamous is 100% the case in point of if there's good and evil, you got to do good first, because if you do evil first, you're going to go to play good afterwards, and it's going to be difficult as shit.
Because bad guys don't care.
Yeah, bad guys just get it so easy. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I reckon it's ripe for a remake.
I think it's a cool idea.
Right. My next game that I would like...
Never heard of it.
Throat. Hi, Throat. You're still there. That's good. We've spoken about this game a lot, but I'm going to keep on speaking about it. Chrono Trigger. So I'm not sure if I want a remake unless they completely change things up. Sort of like how the Final Fantasy VII remake did it. We can see on the screen here a little fan-made remake called Chrono Trigger Resurrection, which was done in the early 2000s by just a bunch of fans of the game. They were remaking the whole game as a 3D third-person RPG. And it looked great until they got a cease and desist.
That looks great. I'd play that now.
And that's early 2000s. So imagine what they could do now.
Yeah.
I don't know why Square Enix just don't want to do anything with this franchise. I mean, they played 2 of the songs from the game in the Olympics opening ceremony.
I heard that, yes.
And they don't do anything with it. It's just ridiculous. I don't know.
Maybe it's a licensing thing.
But it's not. They own it.
Maybe some person's got a contract thing. I don't know. I'm just throwing out ideas, mate.
But they made Chrono Cross many years later. But what is going on, Braden?
I don't know what this thing is, mate. You put the video in.
Oh, sure. Shift the blame to me. Fine.
This is your doing, mate.
Anyway, speaking of my doing, here's my undoing.
Undoing what? Oh, I thought you were going to make like a pants joke.
No.
So my next pick is another Nintendo 64 era. Also, I played it on PC when it came out though. Is Star Wars Pod Racer.
Hell yes.
Give me a Wipeout themed styled remake of this.
Okay, so full transparency, I only played this game on the Nintendo 64 probably about 3 months ago for the very first time.
And I bet you thought it was rubbish.
I wasn't a fan. No, and I took into consideration the time period. I played the Nintendo 64 a lot. I still play it to this day. I understand what a good game is and what a fun game is. And like this just, I don't know what it was. It just didn't grab me.
So I played it on the PC. I don't know if the PC game was any in that day if the PC was much different to the Nintendo 64. Probs not. Like it was a very simple, fast racing game. Had some Star Wars stuff in there, which I loved. So I thought it was great. But when you boil it down, it's a fast-paced sci-fi racer, really. So it is Wipeout.
Right.
If you can do, I don't know if anyone's played Wipeout Omega on the PS4.
Nope.
It looks awesome, man.
Yeah.
If you can do that and do Pod Racer and throw in Star Wars clips and just, man, like things like ray tracing. So on the PS5 and the Series X, the things like Tatooine and anything else they're going to throw in there now because they could do other movies, I think would look phenomenal. This is, that looks
What
gross.
is this?
This is it on the Switch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That looks very polished.
It looks smoother, but can you imagine the detail and stuff you can get at incredible speeds?
Yeah, imagine if those textures looked amazing.
Yeah.
So they just up-resed it? Is that all it was?
Yeah,
They've up-res it, smoothed it out.
Yeah. But yeah, imagine if all those textures were in full Unreal Engine detail, like the new Unreal Engine, those crazy stupid demos they've been showing off of rock textures. Oh my god, it'd be amazing.
But if you take out what it looks like there and just focus on gameplay, it is just pure and simple and fun.
Yeah.
It is fast. It is great. If you could do this at 60 frames and have 4K, holy crap. It'd be amazing.
Braden.
All right, my second pick is hilariously on the Star Wars train. This one is
They're already doing Lego Star Wars, mate.
Yeah, I know, right? No, it is from the PS2 and then the PS3 era. It is a story-based game.
Can I guess?
You certainly can.
Is it
Dark Forces.
Is it Force Unleashed?
It is Force Unleashed.
Yes!
I would love for there to be Force Unleashed, like 1 and 2, shoved together. It would be absolutely fantastic. I would love to see it. I really enjoyed these games, like back when they came out. I bought them again on Steam not long ago. They were fantastic. I enjoyed them.
No, look, I'm with you. I think we are part of a minority who thinks this storyline is awesome.
Yeah,
It's part of the legacy storyline now.
it is
right?
very,
is, yeah.
very, very legacy.
It was canon, and now is legacy.
Yeah. For a little while.
You get to pull down a Star Destroyer with the Force, man.
At the start
powerful.
of the second game.
Too powerful. No,
Nah.
too powerful.
It is awesome.
It's
you
great
get to
fun.
begin. Spoilers.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
for it.
spoil it. Who cares?
You get to start the rebellion.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
No.
but as Darth Vader's apprentice.
No. Don't like it.
I like
I
it.
played the first one. I played the first one on the Wii.
On the Wii?
That's a weird way. That's a weird way to play it.
Not on
Well,
the
yeah.
Wii.
Yeah, nah.
God.
Play it on the PS3. Storyline's great.
Yeah, I like them. They're fun. They give you a great power trip, and the costumes were fun as well.
So many great powers, and how hard was fighting Rancors though?
Oh yeah, and you got to like customize. I just found Jimmy Smits. Sorry, I'll bring it up on screen in a second.
He was behind the couch, scrounging for change.
That's not him.
Jimmy Smith's got old.
No, but Jimmy Smits is here. I also really love like the customization you could do, like changing up your lightsaber and your powers and getting all the different things. I really liked it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. That's good
thought
choice.
hilarious.
Jimmy Smith's got crack addict.
Yeah. Well,
Jimmy
that
Smith
was
get
the
blown up
PS2
on
era.
Alderaan, canonically?
Yes, I believe so.
Right.
I believe that like he's like added in to be
Oh, that's right. He's out looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, in one of those rubbish scenes. I forgot
Yeah.
about that. Thanks for the memory.
Yep. You're welcome.
Thanks for the memory.
All right. Next remakes. We've already spoken about this game and its importance to history. So I'm just going to say, I don't care which one, but Metal Gear Solid 1 to 4. Just pick one, remake it. I don't care which one. Go for it.
And when you pick one, make it number one.
Oh, well, they've already remade number 1 with Twin Snakes, and that's pretty good.
It's cool, but imagine doing it like.
Imagine doing 1, 2, 3, 4, and they just release them 1 year after the other. Oh man.
Floppy just nut.
Imagine how good that would be. Like, I still love the final fight on top of the submarine with Liquid Ocelot, and you go through each of the things. Like, seriously, Metal Gear Solid 4 is a really underrated game.
Yes.
It is a superb game that just sort of ties everything together. And that ending, oh my goodness. Anyway, yeah. Let's do that. Floppy.
My last pick is I don't know I wonder how many people actually know these games. There was 2 or 3 of them. Dino Crisis that came out in the PS1.
Yep. There's rumors that that's what Blue Point's working on.
See, I didn't know that until I told you what I was going to write.
But
on there
then,
today.
of course, there was also rumors that Blue Point are working on Silent Hill and Blue Point are working on
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid. And,
Yeah,
whatever.
Yes, but Dino Crisis. So Capcom. They were hot on doing Resident Evil as well, and they got a lot of that suspenseful, scary Resident Evil vibe and put it into sci-fi sort of dinosaurs. So Jurassic Park meets Resident Evil. Thank you, Capcom. That is
Resident
great.
Evil
Yes.
Park.
I think this would be a perfect Jurassic Park game. Their ability to make atmospheric, creepy remakes like they've done with Resident Evil 2 and 3, and throw that on top of Dino Crisis and put some velociraptors in there without feathers. That'd be great.
You mean Deinonychus?
That's what I said, velociraptor.
So little chicken.
No, the velociraptor that doesn't have feathers.
Yeah, no, that's a Deinonychus.
Yeah, that's a velociraptor without feathers.
We need a scene that comes out and says, "We'll be right back."
And then I mean, just
Blood coming out your nose and your ear. Brad.
Yes.
Yeah, last one.
Last one. I think it is actually hilarious timing because I did also see this in the chat earlier. Someone did put this out there because hilariously they are in the news at the moment with talk of possibly doing it.
Ooh.
There's news at the moment that they might be doing a GTA 1.
I saw this. One,
Yep,
the
2,
PS2
3.
trilogy. The PS2 trilogy.
Yeah.
Of like Vice City, San Andreas, and 3.
Yep.
And they might be doing a remaster of that.
No.
For Switch.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would
Yep.
do.
That's what the rumor is.
Okay, that's interesting. Well, I mean, they probably wouldn't have enough time aside to stop working on GTA Online casino packs. But yeah, I would love to see a nice, pretty version of these games because they were great fun. They're fantastic. The worlds are fun. The characters are fun. You know.
I was talking to a mate just literally yesterday about what would be his favorite game of all time. San Andreas. So just the fact that he could go anywhere and the music was amazing.
yeah.
Like, it just imprinted on him.
Yeah. It was a Phoenix earlier who had GTA San Andreas in there.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, there's talk of it at the moment. Follow the damn train in HD, 100%. There's so many little memes in it, especially with like meme culture being back again with oh shit, here we go again. Like 100%, I'm here for it. I want all the cheat codes to still work.
Yes.
Because I think I can still. I'd like
More cheat codes.
the jetpack and stuff. Oh, great fun! Infinite health, infinite ammo.
For our number 10 pick, I decided to go to the chat again. I've been looking at them as I go down. Afronix, I think earlier, said Pokemon Yellow. I just want to point out that Pokemon...
Let's Go Pikachu.
Yes, is a remake of Pokemon Yellow. So you've already got it. With those really cool remarks. Remarks? Afronix also wanted Final Fantasy VIII, Tombi. I don't know what Tombi is.
I'll look up what Tombi is.
Triple Indy had wanted to get, I think, Killzone. Braden, can you scroll down a bit, please, on the chat?
It's not Tomb Raider, is it?
Maybe.
Tomb Raider 2?
He said some very disparaging remarks about Metal Gear Solid 4, but that's okay. We'll ignore that.
Turok. Ooh. Oh, Legacy of Kain.
Legacy of Kain, 1 and 2 from Afronix. We Are Robots. Turok needs a remake, yeah.
Triple Indy says Devil May Cry 1.
That's the one he wanted. And an RE engine. Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet, actually. Or even a remake in the current engine that they made DMC5 in.
Yeah,
That'd
that would
pretty
be
cool.
a huge improvement. Like, that'd be crazy.
And there you have it. There are top 10 games that need a remake. Now, Floppy, do you want to breeze through
Deals!
deals?
Oh my God,
and
that's
then,
so loud.
man, we are running really, really long.
Yeah,
So-
I'll go through real quick.
Yeah, all right. Go through real quick, then we'll quickly answer the questions from the Discord.
I'm not going to read everyone, Braden. I'm just going to go for a couple. So for good deals on the Switch at the moment, one that I've just been chatting about is Little Nightmares. It is on sale. Instead of $55.95, it's down to $11.19.
Jesus.
Get it? And one that I'm going to buy when I get home
Oh my
is
God, I
gonna
just read it.
is the next one.
Yeah.
It was $60. It's down to $12. Great savings. Get yourself Leisure Suit Larry. Wet Dreams Don't Dry.
Christ.
It's set in the 80s and it's going to be bad and it's going to make you feel gross. But
Hang on. Put a beard on Leisure Suit Larry. Braden, does that look like Floppy?
look, I can do the cartoon eyebrows too.
Oh my God.
On the PlayStation, in the PlayStation Store, I'm not going to go through PlayStation Plus because same stuff as last time.
Yeah.
Some reason from $99.95 down to $12.99 is Far Cry 5, but that's a special if you have PlayStation Plus. You can also get the Tomb Raider Definitive Survivor Trilogy, so all 3 of the new Tomb Raider games for $27.
Damn.
So that's Tomb Raider Rise of Tomb Raider, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
What on earth is the deal on the other PS1?
The Dragonfall Fighter Z.
Yeah, what?
Dragonfall Fighter Z. It's an ultimate edition of the game with all the DLC from $169.90 down to $27.
Everyone should buy it. It's a
God.
great
Buy
game.
it.
It's a great fighting game. So much fun. The single player story is good as well.
Yeah, it's 27 now. I don't know how long that's going to last, so grab it now.
That's
Not now.
craziness.
Grab it in about an hour. And then I'll go down what's coming to Games Pass. We got Boyfriend Dungeon, which you talked about in the Nindies. Nindies? Did we talk about the Nindies?
Yep.
Yes.
Boyfriend Dungeon. Woo your sword and make sweet love to them. That's coming on August 11th, so that's already out. And August 5th, we got Skate 3, which is one of the most, apart from the Tony Hawk games, it's probably the most sought-after skating game.
I put my hands in the air, but the camera isn't on.
It is more of a simulation than an arcade. It's like the Forza Motorsport of skating games, whereas Tony Hawk is the Forza Horizon game.
And it had Thrasher mode where you just had to break as many bones as possible.
Yeah, it's like Burnout, the crash mode.
All right, I'm going to make an executive decision because we are running late. We're going to do the questions and answers from the Discord in Dino More after
There we
the show.
go.
So if you're a
Yeah.
post-show Patreon, you can jump in after the show and talk with us. If not, if you're a Dino More supporter over at Patreon, the episode will be coming out a little bit later. We're going to answer all your questions there. If you are not a Patreon supporter, head on over to hackthedino.com to our skill tree and become a Patreon supporter, and you too can see the what month are we in? August. Dino More, where we answer your questions, and we will in a later episode put the call out for questions again. We're sorry, we're running late. I didn't time this episode correctly, but we will be answering your questions for money. Okay, it's time for Brayden versus the world. At the end of now, Brayden, last episode of Brayden versus the world, you got trounced.
I watched this episode. That was amazing.
Can you explain what happened, Brayden?
Anto and the games.
Yep.
Yep.
So Anto obviously hadn't watched the show in a while because he thought he had to name the
Everything.
the song, the game it appeared in, the composer, how many beats there are per
Beats per minute.
he went
Who was
full
on
in.
trombone in
Went
the orchestra?
Far and above.
And like even the song I had right at the end that I thought would trip him, he knew straight away. It was quite insane. So this is Brayden versus the world, where Brayden represents Brayden, and he takes on the world, which is all of you. Now, if you're in the chat, shh, be quiet. I'm going to explain the rules, but don't give answers if you know them. Okay, so we have 4 songs here. I'm going to play some music from that song, from one of the songs, and then it is up to Floppy and Brayden to take it into turns to ask 5 questions, trying to guess what game from where that song came. That makes sense, right? I don't know. Rubbish.
Yep. No, I got it.
At the 5th turn, they each have a guess. If they get it, they get it. If they don't, it goes to the other person, blah, blah, blah. They can try and guess beforehand, but if they get it wrong, boom. They lose the point, goes to the other person. You'll pick it up. It's pretty easy. Now, chat, be quiet. Here we go. Song number 1. Nokia. What? Ring any bells, Brayden?
Oh, it's ringing some damn bells, mate. But I don't know what the hell it's from.
Interesting. That piece of music originally, like the original song, is like the Bridal Waltz.
Yep.
I believe that was from A Midsummer Night's Dream. It was originally written for.
Oh, really? I
Really?
didn't know that.
There you go.
I didn't know that's where it originally came from.
Brayden,
What console's it on?
this one's on the Super Nintendo.
Thank you.
I
Oh.
had no clue what it was.
Floppy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so do I...
Oh, he's second guessing.
Okay, no, I'm going to go for it. This
Gonna go for
is...
it. If you get it wrong, Brayden gets the point, and you've got a lead of 25 to 22.
So what you're saying is I've got points to spare anyway.
Oh,
No, I know this. I'm pretty confident.
All of Anto's hard work.
This would be Street Fighter 2 Turbo for the Super Nintendo. This is from 1993. August 1993.
What is this flex?
In the US. Well, but it was October, and we got it in October. And I believe this is the music from the ending with Ken. And he married his girlfriend. I forget her name. I think it was Eliza. They got married, and this is where they changed up the graphics so they could match like the arcade versions for Hyper Fighting. That was released the year before, 1922, from the arcades.
What?
Am I right?
yes.
Yes.
What's going on here?
Oh my god.
Yes, that was Street Fighter 2 Turbo for the Super Nintendo.
Oh my god.
Brayden, I feel weird.
I do also
Do you feel
weird.
violated, and not in a good way?
Why do you ask that so enthusiastically?
Because I want it to be yes.
Okay, here we go. Song number 2. Okay, question number 1, Brayden.
Ooh. What genre of game is that?
It's a platformer.
Don't worry, I'm not as confident on this one. What console was this released on?
A lot of them. But
This version.
this version, I want to say PlayStation 3, but it could be PlayStation 4.
Damn.
So it's in that wheelhouse.
Okay.
I'm not too sure. All right, question number 2, Braden.
What character you playing as?
A knight.
Ooh.
Floppy. Question number 2.
What was the protagonist?
A knight.
I was gonna say it's the same.
I know,
question.
right?
No knight?
Braden, question number 3.
What would the art style be like?
Oh, bit pixely. Floppy, question number 3.
So you don't know if it was PS3 or PS4? Was it on any other consoles?
Yes, it was. Braden, question number 4.
I am gonna take a guess.
Yeah?
Is it Shovel Knight?
It's Shovel Knight!
It was
thank
also on the
God.
3DS.
Yeah, it was also, it's been on Switch and it's been on,
Yeah.
yeah.
Woo.
Was that PS3 or PS4?
PS4.
Let me look it up. I think it was PS3.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I couldn't be sure because it's in 2014, so it's that weird crossover period.
Pretty sure it was on PS4.
But
But it may have come out on both.
Possibly.
Yeah, it did come out on both.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So, we're
yeah.
all
Did
right.
it come out on PS4 later? Like 2016
Wikipedia
or
doesn't
something?
list that. Wikipedia says it was like. Oh, it says it was all 2015.
Oh, okay.
Well, Wikipedia's wrong. Okay. If there's one thing that I've proven is that I'm always correct about everything. Here we go. Song number 3. Sorry, it's a little quiet, this one. Okay, question number 1. Braden.
What are you doing in this game?
You're jumping around. 3D platformer type thing. No, this wasn't a 3D platformer, sorry. This was a side scroller.
Okay.
Question number 1, Floppy.
Did we ask what year it came out?
No.
No, what year did it come out?
2012.
Ooh.
Question number 2, Braden.
Huh. Okay. What's the art style?
It's how would you describe it? It's so they're not real objects, but they look real. Does that
Okay.
make sense?
That's an interesting one. Makes sense though.
Yeah. I don't want to say claymation because that's too clunky, but
Yeah.
that sort of vibe.
Gotcha.
And it was a platformer in 2012, did you say? What was your main weapon,
Oh,
if you had one?
I can't tell you.
Okay.
I didn't actually play this game.
Okay, can I rephrase the question then?
Sure.
Who do you play as? Or what do you play as?
Do I give it away or do I be subtle?
Be subtle.
A boy.
Okay.
Braden,
Okay.
question number 3.
We haven't asked what console it was on, have we?
No, you
No.
haven't.
What console is it on?
This one
Yep.
on the Vita.
Okay, I got it.
Really? You got it?
Yeah, I got it now.
Oh, good. Floppy, question number 3.
I'm going to throw a guess out there and say Tearaway.
Incorrect. Braden?
It was Little Big Planet PS Vita.
Correct.
Damn it.
So, yes, it originally came out on the PS3 earlier, but this was the Vita version.
Yeah, the 2012 threw me, and I was like, what?
I'm a tricky, wily man.
Because I was like, I could have sworn like it was an early PS3 game, so that would be late 2010s.
So, World's on 26, Braden's on 24. Catching up, here we go. Last song of the evening.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What? It's August.
Question number 1. Braden,
Does it feature a jolly fellow in red?
No. Floppy, question number 1.
What did this appear on?
The Wii U. Question number 2, Braden.
What? Okay. What genre of game is this?
It's like a mini game collection.
Okay.
Question number 2, Floppy.
Did this game get a sequel?
Yes, I believe it did. Question number 3, Braden.
What character does it feature then?
All of them.
Okay.
It features all the characters from that tune and
Gotcha.
many others. Floppy, question number 3.
Did it also appear on the 3DS?
It did. Question number 4, Braden.
Is it... Oh, I kind of want to just have a stab. I'm behind, but that's risky. Oh, nah, I won't. What is the most popular mini game in it?
I don't know. They're very small. Like, they are mini games. Like, they are... It's not WarioWare, but they are WarioWare type games.
Okay.
Like, that's... Like, each game lasts maybe 30 seconds.
All right.
Floppy, question number 4.
Super Mario Maker? Mario Maker?
No.
Oh, really?
No. Braden, do you want to have a stab at it?
Was it Nintendo shit?
Nintendo shit! That's what
Nintendo
it was!
shit.
Yes, congratulations,
That's what he
Braden.
said.
Was
Braden
it
got it,
Nintendo shit?
Nintendo shit. Well
Was it-
done.
No, Land. Was it Nintendo Land?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what?
It was NES Remix.
Oh, I was right with my questions too.
Do you guys ever play NES? Braden, you get the point, by the way.
Yep.
NES Remix. Yeah. NES Remix. I thought you had it, Floppy.
So did I, because I was asking all the same questions.
So
man.
I have no idea why they haven't brought this out again, but it is basically a game where you select Metroid or Super Mario or Zelda or
Right.
Kirby, and you play 30-second segments out of a level of that game, but it has an additional challenge like defeat all the enemies or collect all the red coins. And yeah, great game.
But you can see how my questions pointed straight towards Mario Maker as well.
Absolutely. But I was certain that you had it. But yeah, it was on the 3DS and it had a sequel.
There we
Damn
go.
it.
There you go.
What a weird.
Oh, it's a great game.
I thought I had it nailed with the sequel, with the 3DS as well. I'm like, oh, I've got this.
Yep. Fantastic game.
Yeah, interesting.
Man, I
Bring
can't
on
believe
more.
I missed that.
At the end of that episode of Braden versus the World, Braden's caught back up on 25 after a huge lead last show. Thanks,
Sorry,
Floppy.
Anto.
But the world is still in the lead on 26.
God damn.
Lovely, wonderful people. We've been Hack the Dino. You can see us on all the things, but rather than me list them out here, I thought you might as well go to our skill tree over at hackthedino.com.
I love that that's caught on.
Floppy, where else can they find you apart from hackthedino.com?
Can find me over at Floppy Plays Games on Instagram. I've been throwing up photos of recent pickups, things I've been playing, stuff like that, things I'm going to play one day. Some cool controllers has been sort of what's been happening lately. They got the Cyberpunk one the other day. That looks wicked.
Does it work?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice of them.
Unlike the game.
That was came out on the 360, right? That was a 360. I like the way that a special edition 360 controller for a game that isn't out on that console and isn't able to run on that console or the console that preceded it.
That's beautiful.
Anyway, yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, continue.
Got the old Skyward Sword controllers as well, which was
they're
very
great.
cool.
Mine are in there right now.
Picked up a copy of Hades the other week. Oh yeah, and the ugliest controller of all. It is. I hate it
Why'd you buy it?
because I hate it so much. I've never hated something so much that I needed it.
That's fair.
It's weird. I don't know why.
So strange.
It's ugly as sin. It should be burned, but I love it.
Well, someone has to.
And there's a little token thing in there. So a couple of weeks ago, it was Shark Week. So I celebrated by playing Maneater and watching Jaws.
You played the DLC yet?
I haven't. I really got to go back to
You
it.
got to stream that.
We played the Jaws board game, and I wore my Jaws T-shirt. It was great.
Sounds
Jaws.
awesome.
That was Jawtastic.
Mine was better.
Yes, it was.
Braden,
Yes, I get up to other things. We watch movies over on a podcast called Millennial Movie Talk. Myself and my friends, we sit around and chat about movies. And we recently discussed Old, M. Night Shyamalan's latest flick.
Oh, how was that?
It's divisive, and it's weird as shit. Yeah.
Let me guess. It ends with a real big twist.
Apparently, no.
Oh.
And apparently,
That is the twist.
Apparently, that's the twist. Apparently, the twist is that
There is no twist.
There isn't really that much of a twist. Apparently, I haven't seen it myself. I can't see myself going and seeing it. And then I also, in the most recent episode, Michaela and I just watched the original Oceans trilogy.
Oh.
So Oceans 11, 12 was shit, and 13.
I like them. They're fun.
Yeah, 1 and 3 were great fun. I didn't realize they were comedies. And
They.
I like the way you said the original trilogy.
Michaela and I have because we'd already seen Ocean's 8.
Yeah. Was that the one with the original cast, like Frank Sinatra?
Oh,
Dean
no.
Martin?
That's Ocean's 11 from the OG.
That's
Yeah.
the original Ocean's 11.
Well, when
Frank
you said the
Sinatra,
OG,
Sammy
I went,
Dean.
oh, you watched an old movie.
No, we didn't check that out.
No, he's talking about the one with Sandra Bullock.
Julia Roberts.
Oh, God.
And Sandra Bullock and... was Sandra Bullock in it? I can't remember. But yeah, and then otherwise, what was the other thing? Oh, and Suicide Squad. We just talked about Suicide Squad. That episode will be going up on the YouTube channel soon, but it is available on Spotify and Anchor. And I just recently saw Suicide Squad,
Me too.
and
I haven't.
it's absolutely batshit crazy.
Yay.
Yeah, it's so much dumb fun.
Awesome. I love dumb
To
fun.
Game Boy Dad in the chat, yo, where's episode 116? That was the second week of lockdown, and it was on Zoom, and Alex lost it.
Good.
So the audio is available, but the video is missing.
Oh, I lost it. Damn.
Great fun.
I like I'm getting so much shade in the chat now. Get Anto back. Next guest
Yeah,
appearance.
but it's
Brandon-
Anto saying it, so it doesn't really...
That was Game Boy Dad, but okay.
Oh, that's Anto as well. Clone accounts. I've got some things to plug. I've got another podcast that I do some research and talking for with my voice. You can see it over at Xbox Legacy Cast, where we talk about all the retro sort of things that have to do with Xbox. We're talking about the OG Xbox for the first couple of episodes. I've just finished writing one on Psychonauts, which we're going to talk about soon. We're going to do Steel Battalion and that big-ass...
Yes, that's my
Battle
grail
controller.
item, is that damn controller.
Yep. Lots of other things coming up, so you can go to gpn.gg, that's the network that hosts it, or you can check out Xbox Legacy Cast on all the things. But if you'd like to head over to Instagram, my little passion project is coming along real well, at Bad Game Arts.
Can I just say, you regularly disturb the shit out of me with these things.
These photos are great. Can you just bring them up?
I almost get nervous opening Instagram because I'm going to be fucking bombarded with one of these things.
At Bad Game Arts, that's with an S at the end, is where I just find all the really bad art from the 90s that appeared on game magazines and appeared on game covers, and just share them with the world. It's awful. It is just heart-rendering,
So many bad things.
eye-melting badness. Here's my favorite one. There's a whole run of PlayStation 2 games based on the Disney animated series, and this art is beyond description. How would you describe that art, Braden?
I would describe it as Gmod made memes.
Can I say, I would describe it as purposely made to make you not want to buy the game.
They try and, what did I call them? I called them flimsy games on the PlayStation 2. So we can see at the screen now a Peter Pan one. The CGI art, in quotation marks, is so horrible.
Who's this?
It's your friendly parrot. Like, they've tried to use the color scheme of the Disney cartoons, but have made it look so generic and awful and horrible that there's no way that they could possibly be sued.
That is real rough.
Yeah.
It's like similar to, but legally different enough from.
What's up with Bomberman's arm? And Bombermen aren't actually men in bomb suits.
Yeah, this is Bomb Disposable Man. That's what that is.
Oh, man. And that one there is supposed to be Shinnok's been frozen, but I just said he looked like a ghost.
Sub-Zero's being
Why
haunted.
is he a Force ghost?
Why is Sub-Zero also Kratos?
No, that's Sub-Zero's brother. That's MK3. He got the scar down there because Scorpion thought it was the original Sub-Zero, but then he uppercutted him with his thing. Oh, yeah, look at Ryu's forehead.
Why is
wow, it's
he's all of a
huge.
sudden turned into Brainiac?
And that's your wood block.
And Guy had his hair carved out of oak.
Anyway, it's a lot of fun. I try to post 2 or 3 a day because there's just so much around. But head on over to Bad Game Arts over on Instagram and also Twitter. It's slowly growing. I've got 50 followers in a week. I thought it was pretty good.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah, follow us on there. But if you'd like to follow us elsewhere, be sure to check out hackthedino.com. That's our skill tree where you can go and find all our things, such as our Discord, our Twitch, our YouTube. But now it's time for us to go and record the post-show /Dino More all-in-one extravaganza where we'll be answering your questions. If you want to hear that episode, head to patreon.com/hackthedino and back us with some money and get extra stuff because it's good and we've just bought new lights and a new camera. Thank you, Patreons, for that.
Pokemon cards. Don't forget the
And
Pokemon
Pokemon cards. We'll buy some Pokemon cards. I actually got given some cards the other day.
No, give us Pokemon cards that are worth
One
money.
post-show, I'm going to do a card unboxing thing that the kids love.
Me too, and I'll try and pronounce Pokemon names, or I'll try and guess the names without looking at them, bud. Just looking at the pictures.
Oh, we're going to do that next show. Yeah. You're going to guess Pokemon names. Like Plebit Screw.
And, like, Shattersaw.
And Xanax. He's
Isn't
a
that
really sad Pokemon.
Pretty sure that's... Yeah, isn't that a medicine?
It's like Eeyore. It's me, Xanax. That's awful. We're awful people.
Yeah, that's not nice.
Don't listen to us.
No.
We're fucking
I
awful.
can't wait to unbox Barocca.
I can't wait to cancel us.